Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We have the Battle of the Young Guns. We got Carlos Alcaraz taking on Holger Rune. These guys are born 6 days apart. They're both born in 2003, both super young guys. You're like, they were born in 2003? How are they even playing? How are they even playing tennis? They're so young. Nope. The one is world number 1 and the other is world number 6. At least in the live rankings. I believe he's world number 6, world number 7. But listen, we got Holger Rune taking on Carlos Alcaraz. You already know what it is. We're going to have fun with this one. We're going to have a good time. Let's make this a hype stream. Let's make this a good stream. Live in the moment, because you know what? Screw a final. Screw a semi. We got Alcaraz versus Rune. Two young guys. I've been waiting for them to play a proper match against each other. We got it in Paris indoors. In a way, it was a high-level first set, but Alcaraz was not himself at the end of the indoor season. Then got an injury in that second set that kept him out until kept him out of the ATP finals as well. That ended his season, basically. His season ended on a retirement match against Alcaraz. Both guys walked up on court, by the way. They're it's going to be a ball toss, but I've been waiting for a proper match. Their only other match, their head-to-head is tied 1-1. Their only other match is next gen finals where Alcaraz won, but it's like that's played to 4, and it's like I don't know. I question whether next gen finals and Laver Cup, like for example, those should even count for head-to-head, because they don't count for points. I'm okay for Davis Cup, but like Laver Cup and next gen players don't even. I don't know. They go for crazier shots than usual. That's like glorified exhibition. But it's like, anyway, I'm not saying those events are bad, but it's like, this is a proper Wimbledon match between two young guys. I'm just really excited for it. And many have compared the two a lot. Many have compared the games of the two a lot. For a good reason. Both are very quick, good athletes. Very good variety, you know, all of that. And what's up? We got Pepito in chat. Pepito69. We got Ashley. Hey. Yeah, excited again. Good to see you again, Ashley. That last stream was great. Let's make this try to make this a good one as well. What happened? I was on another stream and it closed. Yeah, my bad. I think I accidentally clicked something or something else. I don't know what happened. I was like away, but probably before I went away, I clicked something. But we're back now. We got the stream back now. I'm chatting at Cams. Yeah, what's up? Excited for this one. Don't forget to like and sub, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the Jabor Rabakina match. If y'all weren't there, then y'all missed out. Don't miss out on this one. You already know what's up. Don't miss out on this one. Why am I hyped? Look at the players on the court. They're showing the Rune Fokina match, by the way, where I think Rune saved 2 match points. He was down 8-5 in the final set breaker. Rune fought back in that one, came back, and he's still in the event. And he fought back against Dimitrov as well. Rune has a great mentality. He seems to always find a way. Rune has a really great mentality, really great game, very skilled player. Whether people like him or not, he has a great game. People debate whether he's genuine. Some people are like, well, he's just very genuine. He says what's on his mind. He comes across very down to earth. Other people are like, say this, say that. But listen, he has a personality. It's great for the sport. He gets the people talking, which is good. But yeah, anyway. Alcaraz, you already know who Alcaraz is. Come on, UB. That's it. Let's go, Eubanks. Let's check on the score. So I'll be looking at the Medvedev score a little bit as we go. Eubanks up 5-1 in a double break in the second set. Let's go, Chris. If there's like a long break in the Alcaraz Rune match or whatever, I might call a little bit of that, but all focus will be on Alcaraz versus Rune, or like almost all focus will be on Alcaraz versus Rune. I'll keep one eye on that. But listen, my focus is on between the battle of the young guns. Alcaraz, Rune, they're 1-1 in head-to-head. Both guys have had good seasons. Alcaraz has won 2 Masters titles. Rune's won 2 Masters, has gone to 2 Masters finals. Both of them on the clay courts, but of course, Alcaraz won Queens, which is a title on the grass. That was a great win for Carlitos. And there's just a lot. There's a lot that you could say. In their last match in Paris, I felt like Rune's Alcaraz wasn't looking his quick self, and Rune was looking as athletic and as quick as I've seen him. That actually paid dividends in some really important points. I think it caught Alcaraz off guard a little bit. I'm not sure if the movement will play as big of a factor here, where I feel like Alcaraz is moving a little bit better on grass than Rune. But listen, I think Rune's gone under the radar. I really, really do. I feel like Rune's got under the radar. We're about to start play, though, by the way. Both guys practicing serve. But I feel like Rune's gone under the radar on grass courts. Like nobody was talking about him at the start of the grass season, and I was like, why? It's like Rune's game makes perfect sense for grass. He has a big serve. Yeah, he had a horrible season last year, but who cares? Like he's like you can never gauge how good a player is going to be by their first matches on grass courts. Yannick Sinner is a perfect example. He lost his first like 6 or 7 grass matches, and then he came out of nowhere and got to the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. Yannick Sinner himself is a perfect example. Carlos Alcaraz now picking up on grass courts. Listen, grass is a hard pitch. Grass is a hard pitch. It's a complex, difficult surface to master. You want to have a lot of match play experience on it. But listen, Rune, he can watch out for him on grass. I really think he's going a little bit under the radar on the grass courts. Not enough people are talking about him. And Alcaraz for sure. But we're about to get started here. Both guys are still practicing their serves. We're about to get started in this one. And I am hyped. I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up. Let's see what all happens. I'm hyped up. First point about to play. And it is Alcaraz to serve. It is Alcaraz to serve. First point here. Carlitos starting us off. Carlos on a serve down the middle. Back in. This one. Did Holger play any grass tourneys before Wimbledon? He's played 7 matches on grass before Wimby, 3-4, win-loss. That's it. That's it. Faison with the stats. Faison's got it. 3-4, 3-4 win-loss. Alc in 5. Let me know. Let me know your predictions. What you got? We're going to see a lot of different ones. Trust me. We'll see Alcaraz in 3 sets. We'll see Rune in 4 sets, 3 sets. We'll see both of them in 5 sets. Look, people have different ideas of what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. Alcaraz has had 3 straight 4-setters. Let's see what happens next. Alcaraz to serve in this one at 15 love. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Rune comes in inside out backhand in the net from Alcaraz, and it is it's 15 all. 15 all here. 15 all in this one. Thank you guys for joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed Jabor versus Rabakna, by the way. Wasn't that a great stream? I felt like that was a good one. That felt good to me. That felt good. That felt good. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Right now we're here for Rune versus Alcaraz. It's early stages, but look, it's gonna get interesting. Let's hope that they can make it tight. In the RG quarterfinals, Rune didn't really show up to his best. Let's hope that it's a little bit different at Wimbledon here. Let's hope it's a little bit different at Wimbledon here. Rune on the return. Forehand to the backhand of Carlos. Not so long from Carlos. Carlos needs a quick start here. He doesn't need a quick start. He's having a poor start here, I should say. He's having a poor start here, and he's not going to want that. But he's not going to enjoy that very much. He's not going to enjoy that very much. 15-30. Still, only the start. But listen, Rune is so good on serve. Alcaraz doesn't want to go down on serve quick. He was serving very well against Berrettini the whole match. First serve, not a great spot serve though. Forehand to the forehand of Rune. Forehand from Carlos. Back to the forehand of Holger. That stays in. Backhand slice to the backhand. Slice of Holger. Backhand to the backhand of Holger. Forehand from Alcaraz. That's huge inside in. Alcaraz with the winner. 30 all. 30 all. Huge forehand from Alcaraz already. Alcaraz blasting the forehands. Alcaraz blasted the forehands. He learned from Berrettini in the last match. He blasted a Berrettini forehand inside in past Holger. Past Holger. Who we got in chat? We got Jerome in chat. We got Ashley. We got Lexi. We got Faison. Are you kidding me? We got everybody. We got Pepito. Come on. Join in. Let's go. 30 all here. By the way, an amazing catch on the racket of Alcaraz. Rune blasts a return off of an out serve from Carlos, and Carlos just catches it on the racket. Backhand return into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand up high into the forehand drop shot of Carlos. Rune runs. Chip. Backhand from Carlos. Lob over Rune. And it's long. It's a break point for Rune to start off. Rune would like this very much. Listen, Rune's sneaky. You don't want to give him an inch. Rune's sneaky. You don't want to give him an inch because Rune will just run away with it. Rune will just run away with it. 30-40. By the way, these guys played doubles when they were like 14 or 13. At like this, I don't know what it is, some junior tournament. They've known each other since they're like 9 or 10. So it's kind of funny. Now they're playing on the biggest stage at Wimbledon, quarters. Rune trying to get his first world. Oh, Rune is a really good returner. He nearly hit an absolute stunner cross-court winner backhand, but he hit it wide. He hit it wide. Oh, we got everybody in the chat for this. What's up? What's up, MJ? Glad to you to be joining in. Glad to have you, MJ. Thanks for joining in. We got Pepito. Jerome, I'm at work at the moment, hoping to catch the rest of this when I finish. Have a good commentary. I appreciate it, Jerome. Come back when you finish. Come back when you finish. Absolutely. Deuce here. Deuce here and a big point. Alcaraz doesn't want to go down early. Forehand chip to the Carlos forehand, inside out, forehand volley to the backhand of Rune. Oh, Alcaraz is there with a stunner drop volley. Rune gets under it, but he hits the net. What a shot from Carlos. Wizardry of the racket hit that touch. That's an insane shot. That's an insane shot. That's not going to be a shot of the day. That's not going to be, it's only was the first game of the match, but that was an insane shot from Carlos. Rune was smiling as he hit it. Rune was like, this guy. Rune was like, this guy. I'm going to have to be playing against this for the next 15 years. Rune was like, this is what I'm going to have to be playing against. Just casually hitting amazing backspin drop volleys. Forehand into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Holger inside out to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand down the line or inside down the line, but it's out. It's out from Rune, and it's 1-0 to Carlos start off. He saves a couple break points. 1-0 for Rune to start off. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Like the vid peeps, the previous stream, something happened, so it's a new one. So if you like the old one, it hasn't come through. Yeah, make sure to like. The likes help a lot. Make sure to like the video, sub, do all of that. The likes do help. Likes do help. Yeah, I must have clicked something or something. I don't know what happened, but we're here with this stream. 1-0 for Carlos. Lakshmi. Go Holger. Okay. Okay, go Rune. Rune's sneaky. Rune's just sneaking through, and he's under the radar on grass. Let's see what happens. Previous stream had 100 likes already. Face on a joke. Yeah, it had like 1,000 likes. Come on, let's get back to 1,000, guys. Guys, let's bring it back to 1,000. We had 1,000 on the old one. 1-0 for Carlos. Rune to serve. 1-0 for Carlos. Rune to serve. Come on, Alki. Bring this match to 5. That's it, Lexi. That's it. Stake 1. I think Rune will pull ahead a couple of sets, but Alcaraz will level up and pull out the match. Okay, we got the prediction from Stake 1. We got that Sinner Djokovic comeback in the quarterfinals. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. 1-0 for Carlos to start off. Ooh, this is going to be a good stream. It's going to be a good match. Only the first game of the match. Backhand from Carlos. Cross. And that's long. 15 love for Rune. Ayla, come on, hey, thanks for coming back, Ayla. You're chat away, chat away. I was enjoying you in the last chat as well. Last stream. Come on, Carlitos. Vamos. That's it. Vamos, Carlos. Vamos, Carlos. Haha. Can you imagine? Lexi. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Anthony, can you scroll down the scores a bit higher? Please come. Yes, absolutely. I will do that now. Get the score more on the screen. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Okay. We'll hope that's good. By the way, I'm really scared for Danielle. I picked Danielle before the match started. I picked Danielle before. Sorry, I picked Eubanks before the match started. Eubanks was my favorite. I said it on the last stream. I'm picking Eubanks. I think he's got one more in him at least. Watch out, Eubanks. ATL native, Christopher Eubanks. You've been watching me. You already know the story behind that. Behind my me appreciating Christopher Eubanks for a long time. But yeah, Danielle, did Eubanks break in that second set? He was up a double break in that second set. Yeah, he's up a break to start out the third. Eubanks has broken Medvedev. What, like 3? What the hell is going on over there? He's a 6-1, 1-0. He's won 6 of the last 7 games at least. Wow. Let's go, Chrissy Eubanks trying to get it done. That's some mind-blowing stuff. 30-15 for Rune. Serve out wide. Carlos gets a good shot. The effective shots Carlos can get hit from difficult positions are just crazy. It's such good shots from the craziest positions. Backhand from Rune to the forehand of Carlos comes in, but that's too good for Rune with a forehand pass. Holger said no, he's come to play too. There's only one world number 1 on the court, but Holger's come to play too. 40-15. 40-15. Anyone know? Hey, what's up, Ashley? Glad to have you back. Anyone know the Medi Eubanks score? So Medvedev took the first set, and then Eubanks took the second set, 6-1, and now he's up a break to start the third set. Wow, we'll keep an eye on that. Serve out wide from Eubanks is wide. Second serve coming. Forehand wide, 1-all. So I don't remember. I'll just give you my honest thing. I remember seeing Eubanks in college, but I don't really remember watching him play very much. This was like 7, 8 years ago. So when I'm seeing him play, I'm not really imagining like, wow, I saw him on court. I don't remember much, but I know I saw him a few times at Georgia Tech. I was sitting at the bleachers with my dad, with my grandfather as well. Actually, who's very into tennis. I watched Eubanks play. That's just a true. It's a true, genuine story. I watched Eubanks play, and then I saw him another time. I went to Georgia Tech while my brother was at prom. Saw him there. There were a couple times I went to Georgia Tech and saw him play. In Atlanta Open, I specifically remember seeing him play. I do remember that. That was like, I don't know how long ago, 2014, 2015. Saw him in person at Atlanta Open playing with Donald Young doubles. I sought out that match just because I saw him play at Georgia Tech. I was like, oh, here's a Georgia Tech guy playing with Young. And now he's where it is, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I've known about him for a while, and it's so wild for me. Holy Eubanks bossing Medi around out there with no shame. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. 15 love. 15 love here. 15 love here. UB Banks again. Yikes, Medi. Yeah, Medi should have the big serve for the grass courts. He's not going to be happy. Eubanks must be redlining on return. He's got to be redlining on return, just going for a Eubanks breaks. That's it. I know you're a Medi fan, Lakshmi. I know you're a Medi fan, Lakshmi. That's like one of the only matches Medi could play where I'm just solely in the corner of the other player, just because I have that story with Eubanks. Anyway, eyes on this one. 1 game all, 30 love. Alcaraz serving. Alcaraz serving here. Yeah, Faison in the chat, watching on as well. Hope you guys are enjoying. Like I said, sorry about the last stream. The last stream went out. So it's probably an error on my part or something, but we're here with a new stream. And don't forget to like. The likes on the old stream don't count. Like and sub for this one. Oh, what a volley from, Alcaraz is just, Alcaraz, can we stop? It's like, for somebody who watches Alcaraz play, it's like, this guy is at a level where it's like basically incomprehensible. And it's not just like he has the insane shots, like the behind the back shot against Sinner, like the shot he hit against Djokovic at the French Open. Like, he has the amazing shots, but it's just the shots he hits, shot in, shot out, point in, point out. Like, he constantly is hitting the craziest shots. Like, it's mind blowing to me as somebody who plays. I've never been as constantly. It's a huge hyperbole to say. I don't know what to say. It's like he plays video game tennis. And I'm not saying he's as good as like the legends yet, but it's like his peak is incredible. His shot making is incredible. Rune with a great shot himself, by the way. 40-15. Rune is sneaky though. Rune is sneaky, and he's sneaky good. And nobody's talking about him on grass, which I think is an error on the part of people. Hi, Ashley Faison Anthony. Hey, what's up, MJ? What's up, MJ? Glad for you to be joining in. Alcaraz taking on Rune. We're at 1 game apiece, 40-15. 1 game piece, 40-15. Serve to the backhand of Rune, forehand inside out, but it's wide from Carlos. Wide from Carlos. Rune's looking good so far. Rune's looking good so far. He's taking chances on return. That's what he needs to do. Rune is looking good so far. We're still early stages. Thanks, man. We have 28 people watching. That's crazy. Even have one people watching is crazy. So the forehand inside out just catch the sideline. Even one people is crazy. 1 people watching. Are you kidding me? No, but even have 1 person watching is awesome. 28 people watching. We'll get more too as we go on. This match is going to be an epic. Let's make it a fun stream. Let's make it a good stream. We're still early stage. 2-1. 2-1 for Carlitos. Hey, what's up, Matt? First time turning from the U.S. Watching the man from Atlanta, Eubanks schooling Medvedev right now. 3 screens up my TV and 2 laptops. That's it. That's it, Matt. That's a real tennis fan. I know that before too. Having multiple screens. I know that as well. That's awesome. Yeah, the man from Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. That's an ATL guy getting it done, Christopher Eubanks. We haven't had a lot of men on the men's tour from Atlanta where I live nearby. So see Eubanks doing that is crazy. Check that score real quick. We'll be right back for the Alcaraz versus Rune, but 2-1, 30-15 for Eubanks. Let's go Eubanks. Medvedev, I don't know what Medvedev is doing though to lose like 3 breaks in a row. So Medvedev's got to pick it up. But Ashley, what's up? Saquon, what's up? What's up? I mean, that's great. Christopher freaking Eubanks out of nowhere just decides he's gonna step up and be the guy. That's just awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, talking about Christopher Eubanks playing right nearby where I live, nobody's gonna believe this story, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's true. My brother has a friend who I knew. He played on his college tennis team, and he played against Christopher Eubanks twice in juniors. Um, he was older than Christopher Eubanks. Christopher Eubanks was like 15 when he was like 18, but he beat Christopher Eubanks twice, according to my friend, who's a friend of my brother on who's played on his college tennis team. But so I know a guy. I know a guy. I just saw him. I had a pool party with him. He beat Christopher Eubanks twice, and I was joking around with him like this after. This was like when he reached like the semifinals or finals of Mallorca. Might have been even before that, but I was like, this guy is doing well now. He might win like the next whatever majors, and we were like laughing about it. But yeah, it's crazy. We all have stories about Eubanks. He's right nearby. He's right nearby me. We all have stories about Eubanks. So to see him at the potentially semifinals Wimbledon. I'm greedy. I want him to get one more. I want him to get one more. He has it in him. Yeah, no problem. Stay around. Stay around, Matt. Stay around. Stay around. Hey, Jimmy Butler watching Alki today. I forgot he loves tennis. Yeah, Jimmy Butler is the GOAT. Jimmy Butler watching tennis. All the athletes respect tennis. You know what I mean? Like the athletes know how athletic of a sport tennis is. Like the casual viewer, there's a lot of people do respect tennis. It's a very popular sport. I'm not saying it's not. I don't really like when people say that, but it's like But all the athletes know how difficult of a sport tennis is. Anyway, it's 2-1. Love 30. How physical, how mentally challenging, how good it is at the top of the sport, the talent required. All of it. Such small margins. So tennis is tough, and the athletes know it. Good for Jim Butler to be there. Love 30 here for Alcaraz. All eyes on the match now. All eyes on the match. No, gonna stop. Gonna shut my big mouth. Focus on the match. Let's go. Shot from Alcaraz is out. 15-30 for Rune. 15-30 for Holger. 15-30 for Holger. Get to this one comment here though. Eubanks was doing commentary for the tennis channel last year, and he called absolutely. He's the one that he has the potential to be like a really one of the best commentators. And I was just like, okay, he's doing commentary now. That's unfortunate. I thought he was talented. He's stopping early. Nope. Miami quarterfinal, Wimbledon quarterfinal, trying to get to a semi, and he won a ATP title. Now he's in the top 30 in the world. Christopher Eubanks had other ideas. He's going to be a commentator while getting to like the top, while becoming a top player in the world. 30 all. He is a great commentator too, though. 30 all. 30 all in this one. 1-2 for Rune, and it is 30 all. Serve long. Second serve coming. Second serve coming here. Second serve from Holger into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Holger. Inside into the forehand of Carlos. Forehand from Holger to the backhand slice of Carlos. Forehand from Holger. Inside in. That's a huge forehand from Carlos. He slips a bit, but he's back. Backhand into the net. He slipped up a bit. That's that inexperience moving on the grass court. He slipped up just a little bit, and that's too much against Holger. Can't give enough against Holger. Listen, you got to love this. Two young guys going at it. 40-30. 40-30 for Holger. This is a big match. It could be a famous match because listen, people when they look back at their head-to-head, they're like, oh, okay, well, their first match was next gen finals, and their second match was Paris, where Carlos retired. This could be their first proper. This would be their first match where it sets our first to 6, and where they complete the match. This could be their first proper match against each other. To put it in other words, this could be their first proper match. Rune played amazing in their last match in Paris. I don't want to take away that from a Holger completely, but I do want to brand this a little bit as this feels like the first like proper Alcaraz is Alcaraz, Rune is Rune. The tournament is proper and we're getting a completed good match. So a proper match between Alcaraz and Rune. Hopefully it completes and plays to the end. First serve is out. Second serve coming. It was a challenge from Holger. Challenge from Holger. Second serve is kicked. It's a slice, but Alcaraz going to be all over it. Well, it's a big shot up high to the backhand of Holger. It's a drop shot. Holger's there at the forehand, but he completely mishits it. Bad shot from Holger. Hit over it a little bit too much. Hit over it a little bit too much. Went for it a little bit too much. We're at deuce. We are at deuce. Oh, really? Maybe that's why I said all the right words during his interview after the Stefanos match. Eubanks is just the nicest guy. He's so, like, he's a great commentator. Yeah. No, Eubanks is really cool. Eubanks is really cool. Yeah. He knew what to say. And he knew that Tsitsipas had a lead and he would have been disappointed. So, deuce. Deuce here on the Holger serve. Both guys trying to do some small escapes from their service games. Nothing absolutely massive yet. Kick serve to the forehand of Carlos in the net. Holger, though, a little bit more, few more chances for Carlos on the Holger serve so far, but we're still early stages. Advantage to Holger. Advantage to Holger. First serve in the net, a second serve coming here. Second serve coming in this one. Let's see what Holger can do. Let's see what Holger can do. It's a kick. Up high, it bounces right off the line. Holger fist pumps. 2-2. Holger's one of these guys. He's sneaky. He'll get it whichever way he can. He'll fight through it. He'll fight through it. Holger's one of these guys, man. And I am high on Holger's mentality. It's 2 games all. 2 games all. But Carlos's mentality is something else. Carlos's mentality is something else. 2 games apiece. I don't expect either of these guys to be terribly mentally unclutch. I don't think that would be a huge factor. Big kick serve to the forehand drop shot of Alcaraz. Rune running. He fakes a drop shot. Good forehand down the line. Lob over Holger. And that's out. Love 15. Love 15. Bad drop shots from Carlos so far. Not a good sign. Maybe a little bit of nerves from Carlos, to be honest. Could be some nerves from Carlos. He looked a little bit nervy. I will say, as well as Alcaraz played against Berrettini, and he did play very well. He was serving very well. Serving so far, not as good as he started off against Berrettini. And also, during that Berrettini match, he wasn't particularly clutch. I can give you a few examples. I find him interesting. Let's wait and see. I'm rooting for him to win this match against Manny. Yeah, me too. I'm rooting for Eubanks. Let's see what happens, though. Let's see what happens with Eubanks. Kick serve to the backhand of Rune. Is that out? Love 30. Alcaraz is frustrated. I think he's given a challenge, though. Faison in the chat, people in the chat, did Eubanks beat Tsitsipas, or did Tsitsipas lose a match you should have won? You let me know. Let me know in chat. Either way, whatever you think. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Love 15. The ball barely caught the line, so it was a great challenge from Alcaraz. Alcaraz is very good at challenges. Alcaraz barely ever misses a challenge. Alcaraz knows tennis. He knows what's in. He's like, that was not it. That was not out. He's like he nearly bats 100. Or was it? Nearly bats, whatever. I'm here to commentate tennis. I'm not here for baseball. Love 15. Eubanks, by the way, up a break against Medvedev. Eubanks trying to take out 2 top 5 players in a row at Wimbledon to get to the semifinal. I say Eubanks won the match. He's proving against Medvedev it was no fluke. Absolutely. He proved it in Mallorca too. I think it was Eubanks who got it. Listen, Tsitsipas has never been the most confident on grass court either. So I say Chris got it. Big forehand from Carlos. In the net from Holger. We're at 15 all. Eubanks won it hands down. Yeah. That's what I think, Lexi. I think Eubanks got it. And Eubanks has shown it was no fluke. That's it. That's it. All right. 15 all. Rune doing well, though. Rune doing well. Nothing huge so far, but both guys are just playing around. They're feeling each other out on the grass courts. Neither of these guys are known as grass court players yet. Big forehand cross court, by the way. And it's 15-30. And it is 15-30. 15-30 here for Holger. He's trying to break away. Alcaraz is trying to keep Holger in in a box. Try to not let Holger out of his cage. Holger is sneaky, man. Alcaraz has to play tough. Alcaraz first serve in the net. Second serve. Second serve coming in this one. Second serve from Carlos into the forehand. Hits the tape. Goes over. Forehand from Carlos and forehand of Holger. But goes out. It's 30 all. Carlos holding tough for now. I think Carlos is nervous. He looks a little bit nervous. It's always hard to say. You can't read a player's mind. But I always say that the tennis court is one of the best way of reading what's inside a person's head, because you see when they're nervous, you see when they're hitting nervous shots, you see when they're confident. A tennis court is a good way into a good little portal inside of a player's head, but you can't read a player's mind. But Carlos looks a little bit nervous, to be honest, and it is weird because he is the world number one. But Holger did beat Carlos the last time they played, really the only time they played, if we're not counting next gen finals. 30 all, 2 all, 30 all. I'm not putting a lot of weight on that match. For me, it's like 1-0 Rune. Slice into the slice of Carlos. Backhand for a pass. Drop volley from Carlos on forehand. Oh, great flick. Backhand behind Holger. These are points you want to see, and Holger can't get there. He runs it down, though. Both these guys are quick. Both these guys are good athletes, and both these guys can hit some pretty wild shots. It's 40-30 for Carlos. 40-30 for Carlos here. Big up, Anthony. Hey, what's up, Cedric? We got Cedric in chat. We got Lexi, Matt. We got who else? We got Ashley. We got MJ. We got Lakshmi. We got Isla. We got S1. We got Jerome. We got everybody in here. Kick serve. Out wide to the backhand of Holger. Forehand. Back to the do side. Backhand from Carlos. Holger doesn't possession himself, right? That's one thing that still worries me about Holger. You'll come to know that I'm personally not quite as high on Holger as I know some people are. I think he's going to be very winning across all three surfaces. I think he's a very skilled, talented player. I'm very high on his mentality. I think he almost always finds a way. I think he's still improving. I'm not saying that I think Rune is an amazing player. I think he'll be a top player for a long time. But I don't see a lot of people see this potential where he's going to climb past Rune and Alcaraz and Sinner. I put Alcaraz and Sinner above Rune for myself, and I've said that before. I will continue to say it because that is how I feel. I do feel like Alcaraz and Rune and Sinner are going to be the better players. And when you look at their win percentage, Sinner has 70% win percentage. Rune is like 61. Sinner constantly goes deep in events. Rune has good runs. Like, it's Rune still. There are a few things I question about Rune compared to Sinner and Alcaraz, where I'm pretty much high on them across the board. But Rune has a very complete game. He has a very complete game. He's very fast, very athletic, very quick, and I think he's been under the radar on the grass. I think he'll do well across all three surfaces, go deep. But his physicality, his stamina, going deep in majors. When Sinner hones down on the killer instinct, which I think he will, I'm very high on Sinner's mentality, which I know is one of the biggest hot takes you can do right now, but I'm very high on Sinner's mentality. He's fought back from down match points many times. When he hones in on that killer instinct, I think he'll be very tough. Federer, early in his career, had the same problem, and then he just didn't lose a match for like 5 years straight. Sinner, I don't expect him to do a Federer, but Rune, by the way, slips on the grass. But anyway, I'm still very high on Rune, but I'm just not quite as high. And I also worry about his shot making and where he positions himself on court, point in, point out. Those are a few things that I would point out. But listen, Rune is, very skilled, very athletic. He's just sneaky, man. He'll figure it out. But that's just my personal thing. But listen, I won't be surprised at any result in this match. And that's nothing against Rune. I mean, it is, but it's like, it's just where my opinion is at. And if you disagree, that's fine. I just like the tennis discourse. But I'm not going to be here and just be like lying or whatever. Big forehand return from Carlos, by the way. It's love 30. Big forehand. Is Murtaglo in Rune's box? I haven't seen him all tournament. I didn't see him. I didn't catch him. He hit the ball towards the ball kid and was called for a warning. Jesus. Medvedev said at the ball kid. That's not good. I like Medvedev's personality, but he can get a bit, on court. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. That's sad to see. I'd like to see a replay of that as well. Yeah. Good he didn't hit him, I guess, but of 30. Oh, great body serve from Holger. Kicked right into the body. Carlos can get out of the way of it. 15-30. Holger loves the kick serve. He loves the kick serve also to kick it out wide to the backhand, and then that's a really good play. But listen, Carlos is so elite on return, even off backhand, that's going to be tough for Rune to do. Also, kick serve isn't always the best thing to do on grass. It can be okay, but underspin kind of works better than topspin. Ball stays down low, skids low on the grass. It's long from Carlos. We're at 30 all. Long from Carlos. We're at 30 all. Two great young players going at it. 2-3, 30 all in this one. 2-3, 30 all in this one. Let me know who you got winning. Who you got winning? Let me know. Let me know. Alcaraz in 5 sets. Alcaraz in 4 sets. Rune in 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. Let me know. Two great young players going at it on the grass courts, but there's not much to say about either one up until this year. Neither guy was really known up as a grass courter up until this year. Now Alcaraz is a little bit more known as like, okay, he can play on grass after Queens. But yeah, neither of these guys is like as well known on grass as they are on clay and hard courts, where both are fantastic on the other two surfaces. But their match here is on the grass. 3 all. 3 games apiece. Medi doing big serves. Okay, Cedric. Medi doing some big serves. Cool, cool, cool. He's staying in it. 5-4. Staying in it. 5-4. I'm going with Lexi's fave. Okay. All right, Cedric. Who has the better serve between these two? Rune. Rune has the better serve between Carlos and Rune. Rune has a fantastic serve. Great spot server. One thing I really like about Rune is his variety off of both shots. He has a lot of variety. He's kind of like Djokovic, just like a chameleon. He reminds me a lot of Djokovic, also just super effective in his movement. He won't have he does have fast sprints, but he won't have as fast a sprint as Carlos. But he's so effective in his movement, so effective. Shot in, shot out. Great forehand pickup off the rise, by the way, from Rune. That's why Rune can play on grass courts. That's why Rune can play on grass courts. We saw him play much on the baseline in Paris, and he can hit hard serves. I don't see why he can't play on grass. It's love 15. People made a mistake when I haven't really seen that much talk about Rune on grass. People made a mistake because just early matches for a player aren't a great indication, in my opinion, of grass court form. But it's love 15 here. Love 15. Kick serve to the backhand of Rune. Forehand from Carlos. Cross court is a winner. We're at 15 all. We're at 15 all. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah. See what happens. Cedric, lol. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens. Rune could take this. Rune could take this. Yeah, I think he's been the slightly better player so far, honestly. I think Rune's played the slightly better level so far. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hey, Cedric. Yeah, we got Cedric. We got Sean. Always appreciate your comments. Cedric, Sean, you always bring great comments, great analysis. Sometimes I feel like y'all should be on this side. So thanks, Sean. Thanks, Cedric, for joining in. Join commentating the match. Lexi. Who else we got? We got Ayla. We got Matt. Lexi. We got Faison lurking around. We got Ashley. S-Sake1. We got everybody in the chat. Stick around. Stick around. 30-15 here for Carlos. First serve down the line is wide. Second serve. Second serve. Forehand from Rune. Inside out is another error. He had a chance on that shot, did Rune. Rune had a chance on that shot. I just feel like point in, point out. Rune, you could have hit another like shot to keep the advantageous position in the rally, and he just kind of hit that shot inside out wide. But listen, he's still very good. Still very good. Well, thanks, Anthony. Thanks of his new job and fans. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cedric. Yeah. For sure. Serve down the line. That's out. 4-3. Yeah, glad to have you in on here. Matt Hill, 15-30 on Eubank serve. Okay, chance for Medi. We'll keep an eye on that one too. Okay, I'll have to go over for this one. During this changeover, I'm going to be doing some of the mid-bet Eubanks as well. So back and return up to the back of Carlos jumping. Rune is there. He puts a racket out, but it goes right through his racket. Rune puts up an invisible racket. I guess it wouldn't be invisible. A hit through racket, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Goes right through the racket of Rune. You know what I'm trying to say, I hope. Okay, we're right back. Okay. Rune, Eubanks versus Medvedev. Eubanks has a set point on the Medvedev serve. Let's see if we can see some of that. Gonna try to get to that stream here. Here we go. Come on. Eubanks versus Medvedev. Set point for Eubanks to go up 2-1. Set point for Eubanks versus Medvedev. Vamos Alki. Medvedev apparently very frustrated. His antics are always entertaining. Entertaining. Hopefully not hitting balls at ball kids, though. I didn't see it, so I can't really say much. Eubanks takes the first set. He's up 6-4. Eubanks like third set. I was late. I was late opening it up. I'll keep this tab open so I can go over to this one. But anyway, Eubanks took the third set. It's 2-1 for Chris Eubanks. Eubanks in a Wimbledon semifinal. Last time somebody from Georgia on the men's side reached a men's semifinal at the Grand Slam was Robbie Ginepri. At the U.S. Open, he was playing Andre Agassi. Ben Shelton reached a quarterfinal earlier this year, but he's from Georgia, but only a quarter. He only reached the quarterfinal. Anyway, that's from right near where I am. I've watched Eubanks play. I'm excited about that. And that comes from a big Medvedev fan as well. So big Medvedev fan as well. First time, and this is really cool talking to true tennis fans. Sometimes on Twitter, I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. It's perfectly fair. Twitter is tough. I sometimes have to get off Twitter. Yeah, join in. Yeah. Listen, I've been watching tennis since I was 2009. Since like 2009. Yeah. Join in for more, Matt, for sure. We're here for you. We have a great community over at QualityShot. I'm one of the reasons I'm super excited to become a commentator on here is because of the community that QualityShot has and talking to all y'all. So anyway, that's enough from me. That sounds super like 4-3 for Carlos. 4-3 for Carlos. Yeah, thanks guys for joining in. Go Eubanks, what a run. Go Eubanks. Crazy run. Forehand inside out to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Rune. Inside out to the backhand of Carlos. Rune forehand inside out. Back to the backhand of Carlos down the line. A lot of the same shots over and over again. Carlos hasn't brought his same level, and he's frustrated. He's yelling at his box. Listen, Carlos can get nervous too. Carlos can get nervous. He can succumb to some pressure. He's looking nervous so far. He's making some weird shot decisions. And he's not playing his game so far. I say that this is a little bit dangerous for Carlos. He's played 3 4-setters in a row. I'll be damned if we don't see at least a 4-setter today. Rune to serve here. 30 love. Rune, good enough serve. Backhand cross. He runs to net. I like that. Backhand put away because Alcaraz should have seen Rune coming, but didn't hit a good enough shot. Rune needs to steady himself, though, because Alcaraz can get the fire at any moment. But yeah, we got the true tennis fans here. We got people passionate about tennis. I'm giving you my live reaction to the match. Hopefully it's fun. Can give a little bit of some kind of insights as well. Yeah. Rune in the net, 40 love. Another serve coming from Holger. Kick serve to the backhand of Carlos, who's a winner down the line. 40-15. 40-15, but still 40-15 for Rune against Carlos. So hard to concentrate with all 3 screens in front of me. Oh, yeah, that's funny, Alexi. That's funny. Yeah. Max, hey, Anthony, and everyone. Hey, what's up, Max? Glad that you're joining into the stream too. I'm glad that I can be part of that. Glad that I can be a third screen on here. Okay. Rune serving up from 3-4, 40-30. Big serve is long. Another serve coming here. Backhand into the net. 1 for court 1 for center, and 1 for this. Yeah, I appreciate it, Matt. Join in. We're going to have a fun commentary here for all. Consider this a start. Listen. Consider this a start because we're only getting started. We're only getting started for all. It's been early stages. This is when it picks up a bit. This is when it picks up a little bit. By the way, Medvedev 1-0 in the fourth set. He's trying to get back from a 2-1 deficit. Medvedev, since that 2022 Australian Open, he was a great player at majors up until then. But since that, he hasn't done well at the majors. He's looking for Wimbledon to be his first semifinal since that. So let's see if Medvedev can do it. This would be his first Wimbledon semi. Backhand volley into the net from Carlos. I don't like what I'm seeing from Carlos so far. It's left 15. These are not good signs for Carlos. He's hitting a lot of shots that he would not usually be hitting. So what's up? We got everybody in chat. We got Lexi, Cedric, Max, MJ. Join in. They're nice folks on Twitter. I just make sure to pick the ones that are sane. Preach to that, Lexi. Love 15. Yeah, you got to find the right people. I've made some great friends through Twitter, but I'm not just talking about tennis Twitter. Twitter's awesome. It's awesome. Kick serve, forehand inside out from Carlos, forehand cross to the forehand Holger. Holger challenged him, but looked good. It would be right on the baseline, or is it long? No challenge call. No. A chance for Holger in this one. Chance for Holger. After this, we'll go through some of the stats too to go under the surface here because I need a little bit more. I don't really know just from watching exactly what's been what. I know that Carlos has made a few too many errors. He's not doing amazing on serve. Rune has played really well so far, not hitting a whole lot of errors. Oh, a good forehand volley pickup from Rune, but it just hits the net. I'm not sure that was the right shot to go for. Very low percentage. Even if he made it in, it would have been tough for him to win the point. He kind of stretched out behind him, did a forehand volley. Yeah, it's his court positioning. I'm not always super high on Rune's court positioning. I think he's very good at being a very versatile, complete player. You never know what to expect from him, but he can improve on the court positioning, point in, point out a little bit. He makes some odd decisions sometimes. Oh, Rune slips. Is he okay? Hoping Rune's okay. Rune is upset about the slippery court behind the baseline. Rune puts up a thumbs up. He's like thumbs up, but thumbs down for the court because he slips up behind the court. Rune will speak his mind. He'll speak his mind. I like having different personalities out there. Rune will speak his mind. 30 all here. 4 all, 30 all. Big point here. Rune to return. He's returned well so far. Backhand. He goes for it. He goes for a backhand. Goes for a backhand inside in, but it's Alcaraz. It's wide. So it's Alcaraz at 40-30. Alcaraz with the game point, 132 miles per hour for serve. And listen, you're not going to see Carlitos do that often. That's about as fast as he gets. Fastest serve so far, 130 for Rune, 132 for Carlos. His MPH is off the forehand and the serve half picked up this year, though. Alcaraz only picking up. Alcaraz this year is only an upgrade over the killer player that he was last year. It's only an upgrade. Kick serve, but right into the forehand of Rune. I'm not sure if Alcaraz switched it up on purpose. He was going to the backhand a lot, but that was right into the sweet zone of Rune. Rune in the net. It's 5-4 for Carlos. Carlos in the lead, but I feel like Rune's been the better player so far. Carlos in the lead, but I feel like Rune was the better player so far. Is it raining today in Lundy? There's a brief shower. Okay. Because I don't know the weather too. So Matt, you got to get me with the weather. Let's look at the stats. What have we got so far? 5-4. Let's look at the stats. Let's do some numbers. Let's make the stream fun. Let's look at some numbers. I want to know what's going on though. First serve percentage, 40% for Rune. He'll want to get that up. He's only lost. What is that? If I can do math, 8 points on serve out of 25. That's pretty good. 9 winners, 8 unforced errors for Carlos. 8 winners, 10 unforced. Okay, so on an eye test, I had it all wrong, but both guys not the highest level so far. Both guys hitting a lot of winners, but hitting a lot of errors too. On serve, Rune is doing well. Carlos is doing well too. I don't know. I guess winners to errors could be better for both guys though. Kind of a weird match so far. A lot of winners, but a lot of errors too. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they pick up. Rune at 40%. I didn't realize he was serving 40% for serves in. He'll want to pick that up going into this 4-5 game. How are they both looking, Anthony? And what's your prediction? So I got Alcaraz pulling this out in a tight 4 sets. And I have, and I think that so far Rune's looking better. I think Rune's looking better. The stats didn't really back me up, but I think Rune's look better. Like he's good, like he's playing the higher level, point in, point out. Um, but I think Carlos will pick it back up. Alcaraz to me is hitting too many weird errors. Alcaraz is hitting weird errors, but I got Alcaraz picking back up. I got him in a tight 4 sets, but just judging by the level so far, I would say Rune's looking better. Alcaraz wants to go down on these weird errors that he's hitting. Um, let's see what happens. I'm still getting a gauge. I think they're both still getting a gauge of where both guys are at. This is the first time they play on grass courts. First time they play on grass courts. Forehand. Inside out is long. 30 love. Basically had the same prediction. Nice, Matt. Nice. Yep. I predicted Eubanks over Medvedev too. Let's see what's going on over there. But Medvedev is in on an Eubanks service game at the start of the 4th set. It's 1-0, but advantage to Eubanks. Let's see if Medvedev can push that to 5 sets. Big forehand, but Carlos is there. He runs to that side. It's behind Rune, who hits a tweener. Tweener from Rune. That's a good shot. I've never seen Rune hit a tweener before. That's the first time in my life I've seen Holger hit a tweener. That was a good one. It was solid. He didn't hit a passing shot or nothing, but it was good enough. That's really pretty much the only shot he had, so good on him. He probably could have run around it, but that was the best shot he had, so good on him. Good tweener. I don't think Alcaraz was expecting it. Alcaraz was like, I'm the shot maker. Come on now. I'm the guy hitting great shots. 40 love for Rune to get to 5-all. Backhand block return just stays in. Cross from Carlos. Forehand inside in, and it is 40-15. 40-15. What have I missed so far? Nothing massive. I mean, if you're joining in now, it's just been a tight, kind of weird match. It's not been the highest level, but it's been good. It's been a good match from both guys. Both guys are still feeling each other out, trying to get to their best level. So yeah, that's kind of what I think so far. Oh, big forehand cross from Carlos. He gets to 40-30. Let's go, Carlos. Carlos trying to do something. UB foo. Yeah, UB got the hold. Eubanks got the hold. What are your thoughts on Alina beating Iga? Good for Alina. Iga was tough. She came back in that second set as well, like she did against Bencic, but Alina is a tough player. Whenever I've watched Alina, she's just, yeah. Alina just does it. Also, she just had a baby 9 months ago, which is, I mean, that's crazy. So it's like, that's right. But yeah, she's a hell of a player. I mean, that's just awesome. It's awesome. She said the fact that Svitolina was like outside the top 1,000 and now she's like right back in it that's what's crazy about it. All right, 4-5, 40-30 here. Sorry, not to clap right into the mic. Backhand, cross into forehand, inside out from Rune. Backhand from Rune, cross into the backhand. Slice from Alcaraz, forehand from Alcaraz down the middle. Backhand from Rune into the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from Holger. It's in the net. And Carlos is looking like he wants to steal this out of nowhere. We're 2 points away from Carlos taking the set now. On Holger's serve, though. Come on, Alki, break him. That's it. Let's see if Carlos can do it. Alina's tough and Iga not confident on grass. Yeah, I don't think she's fully confident on grass, but I do think Iga had the most confidence she's ever had. I think she had the most confidence she ever had, so it was great for Alina to be able to break her to get the win, I think. MJ, but yeah, Alina is tough. Alina is like scary to watch her play. Like Alina has that kind of mentality about her, which is just, it's crazy. Oh, a great shot from Rune. That's a great switch up from Rune on a big point. Rune does an Alcaraz thing. One thing I really like about Carlos is that he plays always a switch up, something unexpected on a big point, and that's a really good play, a smart play. That's high tennis IQ that Alcaraz has. Rune, though, a high IQ shot there as well. Hits it behind Alcaraz to his forehand as he's running to the backhand side. Good shot, and it's good on grass, which moves so quickly. To hit behind a player on grass is great. Drop shot from Rune. Redrop, lob behind Carlos. Carlos does go for, forehand from Carlos. Carlos slips, can't get back to it. Carlos hits over a forehand, doesn't do a tweener like Holger. We're at 5-5. We're at 5-5. Wow. Fun one. Holger versus Carlos. Let's go, Carlitos. I said, sorry, Maddie. I feel like a trader rooting for a Team World player. Lexi, you're rooting for me. You're rooting for my guy. That's it, Lexi. Let's go, Eubanks. Let's go, Big Banks. Let's go Big Banks. Imagine the Carlos and Holger match was final inside. It could be. It could be. Imagine Carlos versus Yannick in the final, though. It's not like Djokovic is a big favorite over Sinner. He beat him last year, even down 2-0. Sinner is a better player than he was then, a better server, but that's going to be tough. But just imagine, man. 15 years on from Federer and Nadal, Sinner versus Carlos. Anyway, Djokovic is overwhelming favorite, but never hurts to dream, right? Even with a cakewalk draw, Alina's tough. Yeah, Alina's had no cakewalk draw. I guess Iga, you mean. I guess Iga. Love 15. Love 15 here. All eyes on this match. I'll answer more comments during the changeover. All eyes on this match. Let's do some play-by-play. Let's do some play-by-play. I'll answer some more of your comments, your questions during the break. Drop shot from Rune. Oh, redrop from Carlos. Perdazzi's going for a big forehand. Rune hits behind Carlos again. It's love 30. It's love 30. And listen, Rune's looking great on grass. Rune's been the better player so far. I don't care what the stats say. Screw the stats. Rune's been the better player so far. Let's see Carlos pick it up. You'll have to pick it up here. It's 12:30. Chance for Holger to break away. Battle of the young guys. Like I said, they've played twice before, but they haven't played a completed, like, real tour match that counts for anything. Rune did play well in Paris. I'm not completely discounting that, but this is a proper big slam match between Rune and Alcaraz. Love 30. Love 30. Carlos to serve. Serve out wide to the Rune forehand. Backhand from Carlos inside out to the forehand. Way up high from Rune. That's that variety off the forehand that Rune has. The big forehand into the net, though. It's just the consistency. He doesn't let when he gets to a top tier of play, I just don't see that point in, point out. But anyway, I'm not going to be bagging on Rune. Rune is a fantastic player. He is the better player so far. He is the better player so far. It's 15:30. Rune's sneaky, man. You don't want to give anything to Rune. Rune is sneaky. And Rune is sneaky. Let's see what Rune can do. Let's see if Rune can break to go up a set, make it interesting. Backhand down the middle to the forehand of Carlos. Lob way up high. Carlos going to be there at the smash. No, it's long. Love 30. Love 30. Hey, what's up, Agle? Go Alcaraz. Okay. Let's go, Carlos. He just saved. He just won 2 points to get to 30 all in the service game. 30 all here. 52 minutes into this one. Long first set. Long first set. We haven't played a single game that hasn't been close. Every single game's felt like it's gone to at least 30 all or something. At least the 30. Backhand return into the net. 40-30. 40-30. Iga missed a great opportunity to make the final. Should have beaten Svitolina. In my opinion, I think so. Iga had a great draw. It would have been Vondrousova next. That's going to be a match that Swiatek regrets. It's going to be a match that Swiatek regrets. But Swiatek's played a lot of matches recently as well. Like, she just won 3 sets against Bencic. I'm sure she was tired. She just played a bad Hamburg. But yeah, Swiatek should have gotten it for sure. But man, Svitolina, that's a statement from Svitolina against Swiatek. 40-30 here. Let's see if Carlos can pull it out. Kick serve to the forehand of Holger. Forehand. And cross court is a winner from Carlos at 6-5. Carlos just stares up at his box and says, that's more like it. I'm world number 1. I'm freaking world number 1. 6-5. 6-5. Let me answer some of these comments. There's some good ones here. There are some good ones here. I feel like momentum might be shifting some in the Eubanks match. It might be. I saw Medvedev had more chances on the Eubanks serve. Let's see. That's big if Medvedev can get chances on return. But it is 2 games all. But let's see if that keeps up. Eubanks is 4 games away, though, from a Wimbledon semifinal, that's awesome. What men's final do you want? Sinner. The question is who he plays. It's down to nobody really. I don't know how much people are interested in what I want, but for me it would be between a Sinner Alcaraz match. They're tied up 3 all. They played an awesome match in Miami. I said in the last stream, their match at US Open last year is in the current moment my favorite match. I love that match they played at the US Open. It was an insane level. So it's either between a Sinner Alcaraz match or my guy Eubanks in the final. I'm choosing between Alcaraz and Eubanks. against Yannick Sinner. I'll go Eubanks versus Sinner. That's my dream final. Screw Sinner Alcaraz. We'll see that in the future. Eubanks versus Sinner. That's my dream final. 6-5 for Alcaraz. 6-5 for Alcaraz. I'm not going to pick between that. Gotta go. See you guys later. Okay, MJ. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you can come back later too. This one might be a long one. It's a long first set. It's a long first set. Long first set. Let's see what happens. I try to stay objective, but American man has not won a slam since Rod 2003 US Open. We are hungry for an American man to win a slam. Yes. Eubanks the only American man. Can you imagine if it's Christopher Eubanks who does it? Out of nowhere. Serve and volley game, the classic serve and volley game. Just short of 20 years since an American man won a major. If fearless Christopher Eubanks just comes out of nowhere, that would be awesome. Imagine Eubanks won Wimbledon. That would be the awesome. Like, I would be like, wow. When's the last time an outrageous dark horse won Wimbledon? I'll think about that for a second. Forehand into the forehand of Rune Ivanisevic. Yeah, it must have been Ivanisevic because Federer won 2003. It's the only players that have won Wimbledon since 2003 were the big four. And 2002, Hewitt won. 2001, it was Ivanisevic, who had been a top player, but he had never won a major. He was outside the top 120 in the world, just came back and won Wimbledon. So it has to be Ivanisevic. Forehand of Holger is wide. Maybe this is your year, Matt. Wimbledon has a history to cure it out, like what happened with Andy, but of course, that's Andy. Yeah. 10 years on from that. Roddick beat Alcaraz's coach that day. That's true. YC Ferrero. I yeah, I can't speak. Whatever that word is, it makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, he was really good, though. He was really good. 15:30 here for Carlos. Back to this match. Eyes on this match. Holger, backhand to the forehand of Carlos, who hits it long. It's 30 all. Rune gets back to 30 all. All eyes on this match. 30 all. 30 all on this one. Okay, let's see if they get to a breaker. Both guys have hit 12 unforced errors. It hasn't been a perfect set. Far from it. Far from it, but it's been very tight. That's what you can say. It's been very tight. It's now Alcaraz, who was 2 points away once again. He was 2 points away in the last Rune service game. Got to deuce. 30 all. The Danish serving against the Spanish player. Backhand from Carlos. He runs to net. Backhand from Holger. It's a forehand drop volley. Holger runs, though. It's a pass past Carlos. And guess what? Carlos didn't do enough against Holger. And Holger doesn't go down easy. 40-30. Holger doesn't go down easy. He does his own thing. Let's see what happens. Carlos needs to do better. That was not a smart shot. That was not a smart shot from Carlos. I know he has the hands. Carlos's drop shots and drop volleys haven't been good in this match so far. He'll want to do better on that shot. It's 40-30 for Rune. We could get a shootout tiebreaker between these two young guys. Like I said, they're born 6 days apart. Let's see what happens. Rune to serve here. Holger to serve against Carlitos. Big serve out wide is another serve out. First serve percentage is kind of not great for Rune so far. 40-30 for Rune. Kick serve into the forehand of Carlos. Forehand from Rune into the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from Rune to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Rune into the forehand of Carlos on the run. And he hits it out. Carlos's running forehand is still a shot that he can improve. But listen, 6 games all. Who you got winning this tiebreaker? What's going to be the score? If you get it right, I'll shout you out in chat. Who you got win this tiebreaker? What's going to be the score? You let me know. This is at Alki70. Okay, Alexi, I like the energy. Let's go. Let's go, Carlos. Let's see what happens. Rune's played very well. I reckon Rune, ever so slightly, I would say, has been the better player. A little bit more solid and tightened up. 6 all. Block return from Rune off the forehand to the forehand of Rune, backhand from Carlos into the forehand of Rune, runs around a backhand. That wasn't a great shot choice, though. It's in the net from Rune. Not a great shot choice from Rune to run around that backhand. He didn't get a good forehand in, and then Alcaraz got the advantage. We're at 0-1. We are at 0-1. But I think Rune's been the better player so far, ever so slightly. It's been very tight. This isn't – listen, Jabor Rabakina on the women's side playing an incredibly high-level match earlier today. This isn't incredibly high level so far, but Rune's played well. Alcaraz has played well, I guess, but he's hitting too many weird errors. Let's see what Rune's got. 0-1. 6 seed taking on the first seed. Backhand from Alcaraz. That's a great return. Cross score. It's called out, though, but challenges. It's called wide. There's a challenge coming, though. You might as well challenge. Like I said, Alcaraz likes the challenges. He's good on challenging. He's got the good eyesight. But that was out by 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter out. Congrats to Jabor win. Absolutely. Yeah, if you guys joined in for Jabor Rabakina earlier, that was a great stream. Y'all can check out the replay too. One thing I love about Quality Shot Tennis, the streams stay. If you guys want to like the video too, come back and like it. That's cool too. But whatever you'll want to do, just hope y'all enjoy the streams, whatever. So hope y'all enjoy the streams. We're here at 1 point apiece. Alcaraz trying to break the Rune serve. Alcaraz forehand cross to the forehand now of Rune. Rune has the advantage in the point backhand. He comes to net. Slice lob from Alcaraz does a Federer thing. Rune there with the forehand. Falls a little bit short. Rune running everywhere. Just bunts it past, and it's an Alcaraz pass on the sideline. We're at 2-1 for Carlos. Carlos smiles. Carlos smiles, but he still looks a little bit nervous out there. Like he smiles, but it's looking like he's trying to get him happier out there. Carlos plays his best tennis when he's enjoying himself. He loves a crowd. He loves a big match. He can feel nervous at times. But it's Carlos with the lead now, 2-1. Listen. Loves tennis, and Carlos plays when he has a smile on his face. That's when he brings out his best tennis. I love Vamos. That's it. Let's go, Carlos. Carlos up 2-1. Let's see if Carlos can maintain this lead. Rune has 5 service points from Carlos to try to get this mini break back. First serve is a let. Let's see what Eubanks has against Medvedev. By the way, if you're wondering why Eubanks is doing so well against Medvedev, it's not just that Eubanks is haven't been watching that match very much. All eyes on this, obviously, but Eubanks is a good matchup for Medvedev as well. So, forehand. Oh, great retrieval from Rune. We're back to 2-all. Rune ties it back up. We're at 2 points apiece. 2 points apiece at this one. Tight tiebreaker. We're at 2-all. That was quite a point in that Alcaraz match. Yeah, good rally there. It was a good rally. We're at 2 points apiece. 2 points apiece. Love these dynamic points. You'll see a lot of dynamic rallies. First serve is out. Second serve. Second serve coming. Alcaraz needs to keep doing good on serve because Rune is going to have a great serve. Alcaraz needs to serve like he did against Berrettini. That's a good second serve, and it's 3-2 for Carlos. Rune hits a shot into the crowd. Three two for Carlos. 3-2 for Carlos, or sorry, 3-all. They will switch sides in this one. 3-all. They will switch sides. Let's see what goes down next. As they switch sides. Damn, I was expecting a bagel in this tiebreaker. Alexei, Rune's been too tough. I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see that. 3-all. I'm gonna give my prediction for this tiebreaker. Screw it. I'm gonna say Rune pulls it out 10-8 in the tiebreaker. I think Rune pulls it out 10-8 in the tiebreaker. See what happens. 3-all. Rune 10-8 in the breaker. If I get it, I'm gonna pick up my mic and I'm gonna drop it. Gonna pick up my mic and I'm gonna drop it. No chance I'm right though. But it's 3-all here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Serve into the net. Second serve coming here for Holger. Second serve coming here for Holger. 3 points apiece. Second serve, it's a double fault long from Holger. That's an unfortunate time for Holger to double fault because guess what? If Alcaraz wins his next 2 service points, suddenly it's 3 set points in a row for Carlos. Before you know, blink an eye, a double fault. You don't want a double fault in the breaker in the middle of a breaker because guess what? Carlos holds both of these, and he gets 3 set points in a row, including 1 on his serve. 4-3 for Carlitos. 4-3 for Carlitos on his serve. Big serve out wide to the Rune backhand into top of the net. We're at 5-3. 5-3. Rune looking a little bit frustrated. It's a weird match, man. It's been a weird match so far. It's a little bit surreal seeing both these guys in a major quarterfinal. I believe this is the first time since Roland Garros 2022. Or no, it must have been this Roland Garros. Rune reached the quarterfinals. But they've never played each other in a major quarterfinal. Seeing both of them do this well on grass in a big match, that's a big deal. Alcaraz served down the line, but it's a challenge. The challenge was called out. It's called out. It looked a little bit wide from here, but let's see what happens. Yeah, it is a little bit wide. 5-3. Carlos with the second serve. Let's see what Carlos has. Carlos kick serve into the Rune. Forehand. From Alcaraz. That's a huge shot. Rune gets it with a backhand lob, though, somehow. But it's just wide. In the doubles alley is 6-3. 6-3. That was a huge statement forehand from Carlos and gets the 3-set points. He gets the 3-set points to put this away. 3-set points to put this away. But the set is not done yet. 2 service points, and it's only 1 set point for Carlos. Let's see what happens. But Carlos with the momentum now. Let on the first serve from Rune. We'll give him more time to kind of regain his composure. 6-3 here. Big serve out wide. That's a backhand return from Carlos, and Carlos yells. Alcaraz says, "This is my court, and I'm world number 1." Listen, I kind of feel like Alcaraz stole that set. He had a lot of chances. He was 2 points away in the 5-4 game. He was 2 points away in the 6-5 game. Rune did well to hold. And Carlos had 2-1 early in the tiebreaker. Rune got the mini break back. But Rune double faulted, and then Alcaraz won the next 3 points on his terms. Alcaraz with a big set over Holger Rune. 7-6. He said, "I'm world number 1, and I'm the 20-year-old to watch even at Wimbledon." Listen, this is a big match for both guys to show where they are on grass courts. This isn't just a regular Rune Alcaraz match. This is a match to see where both guys are on grass courts. Because if Rune wins this match, suddenly people are like, "Oh, Rune is better than Carlos on grass courts," or that could be the case. Listen, if Eubanks wins against Medvedev, then Rune will have Eubanks in the next match. That's a good chance for a final. That's a great chance for a final. So yeah, Alcaraz was like, "No hun, no sweat. That's it. Oh hum, no sweat. That's it. That's it." Martina Hingis and Kleisters are playing the ladies' invitational doubles. Woo. Shout out Kleisters, man. Kleisters used to be one of my favorite players back in the day. Shout out Kleisters. Alki is stressing me out. Me too. Me too, Max. Or sorry, me too, Ashley. My bad. Misread the name in the chat. Wow, that backhand was stunning. That backhand to win it was killer. That got me hyped up. Let's hope for more moments like that. Rune's not going down easy. You better believe it. Rune lost the first set to Dimitrov, and then he won the next 3 sets. And he won the next 2 sets in 2 clutch tight tiebreakers. Rune's not giving up. By the way, Eubanks, while we're in between sets here a little bit, Eubanks now 30-15 on his serve. Eubanks is almost 2 games away from winning this. 2 points away from winning this. A guy who went to my college in East Tennessee, Sander Gill. Oh, I've heard of him. Recently made the final of men's double. That's why I've heard of him. I Roland Garros lost the 3rd round yesterday. Okay, got you. That's awesome. That's awesome, Matt. That's pretty cool. I used to play in local tournaments, most of which do not exist anymore. Yeah, I used to play in local tournaments too. I'm currently playing just Alta regular league tennis, but yeah, I play tennis too. That really kind of helps out with the commentary too. I love playing just as much as I love commentating, probably more. It's my favorite thing to do. Forehand cross, one of my favorite things to do. I love playing. It just adds more dimensions to watching pro tennis. You understand how difficult some of these shots that aren't even the most flashy are to play. Like if you play tennis and you watch Djokovic, you'll be mind blown every single point he plays because he just looks like the perfect player. So effective. I write a blog about tennis, American college tennis, Chicago Bears NFL team. Okay, nice. Yeah, big ups, Matt. Big ups. Drop shot from Rune. That's a great drop shot from Holger, I think. I don't know what happened there. An apology from Holger. Holger, but yeah. 15 all. Yeah, good for you, Matt. Nice. If Eubanks stops Joko's run, that'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious, Sean. That'd be hilarious. Out of nowhere. If Eubanks win, Djokovic beats Djokovic, two things will happen. I'll let you know what those two things are. After this point, it's Rune with the second serve. It's Rune with the second serve. Serve, kick serve to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand inside out to the backhand, way up high of Carlos is a lob. Rune with the smash. He has a good smash. Alcaraz is there with the shot. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Alcaraz just nearly hit like the best shot of the whole year of the decade. Alcaraz was there with a shot, and he missed it by like a millimeter. He was like 3 feet outside the court. Listen, it wasn't like I'm being a little bit overzealous. It wasn't the shot. It wasn't even the shot of the tournament. That's Rublev against Bublik. You already know what shot that is, but that was hilarious. He got so close to an amazing shot there. Rune really needed that tiebreak. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. My favorite thing in tennis is crazy shots. That's my number one. I love crazy matches. I love crazy shots. I love crazy moments, but crazy shots. I love crazy creative shots. That's my thing. That's my thing ever since I started, to be honest. I think my peak of tennis is when player hits a crazy shot. 40-15 here for Holger. Gotta love those crazy shots. Oh, what a back and return. But it's called wide. It's called wide. It's called wide. It's called wide. And it is wide. Would you want to take this further, like work in tennis full time somehow? I would. I would. There's a lot of other things. I'm a guy who has I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I'm gonna try for like I have a lot of things I want to do. Tennis is one of them. It's just one of them. I would love to do this full time. I want to. A big thing I'd love to do, Jerome, is have a podcast. Have a couple of podcasts. And also interview players. That's a big thing for me as well. I'm going to the Atlanta Open in July. I'm hoping to go to more tennis tournaments, but or sorry, in July it is July. I'm an idiot, but um, but yeah. So there's a few things that I want to. There's a few things that I want to do for sure. But interviewing players, podcasting, that's kind of the main thing I want to do. I love commentating. I love doing this because I love getting a feel on the matches, really enhancing the matches, hopefully giving a genuine, real reaction to the match because that's kind of the thing I like, giving some insights, talking about it, giving my predictions. It's fun for me to stream, but podcasting interviews, that's a big thing that I would love to do. That's nice, Anthony. I will surely watch your channel. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, doing ESPN tennis. I mean, I dream big, so let's see what happens. I have I have big hopes for time. I don't go small. I mean, I want to be famous. I want to do this shit. I want to do that. I don't kid around when I go for when I talk about what I want to do. But it takes a lot of hard work. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of me figuring out a lot of personal stuff to get here. It's listen, if you try to do anything, it takes a lot of time. I got very lucky getting this gig, but yeah, I'll work for it. And I'll work for it. Let's see what happens. I hope to stay around in tennis though. I hope you have fun, Anthony, visiting the Atlanta Open. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Max. I'll be there on the 27th if anybody wants to stop by. By the way, Alcaraz hits another stunner backhand pass. It's another stunner backhand pass. Do you think Ons can win Wimbledon? Yes. And I said it before Wimbledon. I had Jabeur as a sneak. I didn't pick her to win. I picked Rybakina, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But I think Jabeur is I was saying watch out Jabeur because she picked up level out of nowhere at Charleston. I was like, listen, Jabeur can just pick it up at any point, especially at Wimbledon, where she plays so well. I honestly think it is going to be a Svitolina Sabalenka final. Svitolina Jabeur. I'm going Jabeur over Sabalenka. Jabeur took out Rybakina. I'm going Jabeur now. I see the look in Jabor's eye, and I think Jabor's taking this whole thing home. I think Ons might be taking this whole thing home. That might age badly, so don't clip this. Yeah, Lexi. I know Lexi, you know, but yeah, I got my own channel too. If you want to check it out, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. That's my YouTube channel. If you want to check out my thing, I'm at Commentary Booth on Twitter. Commentary Booth on Twitter. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram, and that's Tennis Commentary Booth. with Anthony Hirsch on YouTube, tennis commentary booth, at commentary booth on Twitter. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to sub to the channel too. Quality Shot Tennis. Anthony Hirsch here commentating for Quality Shot. Anthony here commentating for Quality Shot. Let's see what happens. Backhand into the net from Carlos. 15 love for Rune. 15 love for Rune. Neat. Hope you can make it happen and listen to a podcast for sure. No, I appreciate it a lot, Jerome. Appreciate that a lot. I'll try to make that happen. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. You have a channel. Yeah, I do. Tennis commentary booth with Anthony Hirsch. That's my thing. Sorry, Lexi. I thought you knew about it. Tennis commentary booth with Anthony Hirsch. That's my channel. Tennis commentary booth with Anthony Hirsch. If y'all want to check it out, I posted a preview for all of the quarterfinals, including this one, on there. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday. So maybe the day before. I guess yesterday already had a few quarters. I think it was the night before. But yeah, I have some stuff on there. I'll be posting more on there too. But yeah. Yeah, Jerome, I'd love to do a podcast, but let's just see what happens. I'm taking this one thing at a time, one day at a time. It's taking one thing at a time. Long ways out for then. And I'm hoping that I'll keep in this tennis thing, because there are a lot of things I want to do as well. So let's just see what happens. I'm taking it one thing at a time, just hoping things go well. I'm not I'm just taking one thing at a time, hoping for the best. Just enjoying this Alcaraz versus Rune stream. 40-15 for Rune at one game apiece. 40-15 for Rune at one game apiece. Backhand to the backhand of Rune, backhand from Carlos into the backhand of Rune, but goes long from Carlos. Good eye from Carlos. Eubanks a 4-step tiebreaker, and you know what, Matt? We're going over there. We're going over there during this changeover. Then we'll be right back for the Alcaraz versus Rune, but well, on the stream. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of a call. Eyes on both matches. Eyes on both matches. Stick around. Stay here. There's not another stream. This is the stream. I'll do a little bit of a call. But yeah, it's a Eubanks big serve. Big return from Medvedev off the forehand. Backhand lob to the Eubanks volley put away. And it's 6 games all. They're starting a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is making me nervous. I'm acting like a fan of Yubi. You are, Lexi. You are. You said you're not. Big Banks here with one tiebreaker away from Wimbledon semifinal, and you better believe it. ATL stand up. 5-0 in Wimbledon tiebreakers. That's crazy. He's trying to beat Djokovic over here. Tiafoe, last U.S. Open, went 8-0 in tiebreakers. He's trying to do that. He's trying to do the Djokovic play of this year. But they're out 1-0. I'll be right back for the Alcaraz. As soon as Alcaraz and Rune resume play, they're in a changeover right now. I'll go back to Alcaraz Rune, but I want to keep an eye on this match as well. Big moment in this match. Listen, Medvedev seems like he's returning serve better in this set. So listen, if they go 5 sets, then yeah, is Eubanks big in Atlanta? He's from Atlanta. Yeah. I don't know. Like I heard when he left, the ball is got really sad. Yeah, people love him in Atlanta. He's the nicest guy ever. I've never met him, but I've watched him play live. I've been near him. I saw him at the Atlanta Open. I was probably like 5 feet away from him on the changeover there at the Atlanta Open. I was close there in the stands. So with Young, Muhammad Layami was calling that match, which I was more excited about than any of the players on the court at the time, which is a funny story. I was like, hey, there's Muhammad Layami. My dad was like, wait, what? There's players on the court. Didn't know I was watching the future Wimbledon semifinalists. Eubanks with the backhand down. I'm trying to jinx him, though. It's 2-1. Not yet. They always put him on prime time at the Atlanta Open. That's it. Yeah, Eubanks an ATL native. That's part of why. Alcaraz catches the ball. There's a bit of a boost from the crowd, but that happens. Or is it? I think it might have fallen on him on the way out, which would be a second serve. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, it's a second serve. Carlos there with the lob, but Rune is gonna. No, it's long. It's 15 all. 15 all here. Muhammad Ali. Did I hear that? No. That would be that's something else. That he's one of the greatest athletes of all time. I think he has an argument for the best. Not Ali. He's the GOAT. He's one of my favorite athletes. No, Mohamed Layani, the chair umpire, Mohamed Layani. I didn't see Muhammad Ali. Um, you're good, Max. You're good. Uh, you're good, Max. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Uh, Mohamed Layani, the chair umpire. 30-15 here for Carlos. I lost my live stream. What is the UB Medi score now? That's why I'm here. I'll try to do some play-by-play for that too. Sir down the line. Eubanks volley forehand put away. That's too good. It's 40-15, and it is 40-15. Okay, whoops. No, you're good, Max. No worries. That was an awesome moment. That was awesome. I mean, I don't always speak the most clearly. It could have been me too, but that was just so funny. Haha, that's amazing. Thank you, Max. That was great. 4-3 here. You're good, Max. No worries. No worries. Tiredness was still kicking in for me, huh? You're good. You're good. No worries, Max. No worries, Max. No worries at all. But yeah, 6-3 here for Medvedev. 3 set points for Eubanks to save. 1 set point done for Eubanks. 1 set point down for Eubanks. I'll do a little bit of that too, just while during this important point. 4-6. 4-6 here. It's back. Oh no, incoming fifth. Damn it. Maybe. I'm not calling it just yet, but let's see. Let's see what happens. It's looking like a fifth set in that one. But it's Alcaraz serving 40-30 here on Rune. Do a little bit of a double header for just while this 4-set tiebreaker is going. Come on, Eubanks. Serve out wide. Medvedev chip return. No, forehand volley in the net. We're going 5 sets. If Eubanks wants to do it again, if he wants to be 2 seeds back to back, he'll have to do it the hard way. 5th set against Daniil Medvedev. A little bit of an eye on that 5th set, but I'm here for the Alcaraz Rune call. I'll be doing a little bit of that. One eye on the Medvedev Eubanks, but all my focus on the Alcaraz Rune. Rune at deuce in this game. Rune at deuce in this game. Forehand return to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand down the line to the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from Rune. That's long, though. That was a chance for Rune. That was a chance for Rune. He hit an unforced errors. Damn it. Ha ha ha. I've converted you, Lexi. You can't say nothing about it now. No, I want Eubanks to win. That's it, Ashley. Ashley, we got a Eubanks chat in here. We got Eubanks chat on an Alcaraz Rune stream. Focus on Alcaraz Rune, though. I'm going to try to do more. Keep focused on the match. Off subject, since Atlanta's close to Charlotte, is it true Cincinnati is moving Charlotte? I hope not. I hope not. I love that Cincinnati event. I think that's a great event. But let's see what happens. I have no idea. I really don't know. It's a forehand long off the return from Alcaraz. It's a good question, though. I just don't know. Good question. Okay. I'll focus on this Alcaraz versus Rune. Let's look at the stats. 2-all to start off the second set. Weird match so far. It's a weird match. Both guys hitting weird errors during inopportune moments, I feel like. Is this set 2 or the match stats? This is the match stats. So match stats here. 18 winners, 12 unforced for Carlos, 15 winners, 14 unforced for Rune. So Carlos doing better there. Carlos broke the one-time. Rune hasn't gotten a break point yet, which is an awesome stat. I didn't realize that, by the way. Rune got close on nearly every Carlos service game in that first set, but he didn't get a single break point. Carlos has served very well and very clutch in this event so far. He served awesome against Berrettini. His serve on the grass this year is one of the things that's really helped him become a really great player on the grass courts. Both doing well on first serve percentage, exactly the same. 73%, a little bit better for Rune, but both doing well on serve, but both doing well on serve. They're about the same, but Rune just a few too many errors for the Carlos winner for his winner count. A few too many errors. 30 love here for Rune. 30 love here for Rune. 2-all. Forehand into the net. 40 love here. 40 love. Rune stepping up to the line, ready to serve. 5th set between Medvedev Eubanks. It's hard to. I'm gonna try to stay focused on this one. That's a match that I have a lot of stake in. I you know I'm rooting for Eubanks. Serve from Rune is too good. Alcaraz, it's a weird return right into the ground. 3-2. We're getting into the meat of this second set. The meat and sandwiches of this second set because we're getting into the middle. It's 3-2. Is that a phrase? I think so. By the way, speaking of sandwiches, a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sounds good right now. Absolutely. Absolutely, Max. Eubanks won in Mallorca, which was nice. That was so fun for me to see. I'm not kidding. I think it was the week before I was speaking to my friend and we were like laughing. What if Eubanks wins like the next whatever? Like Eubanks just comes out of nowhere and then he won. I don't know if that was before or after Mallorca. I think that was when Eubanks got to the final or semifinal of Mallorca that we were laughing about it. Now he's nearly in the Wimbledon semifinals. So, yeah, that's awesome. One thing is for sure, UB can play 5 sets. That's it. UB can play 5 sets. Oh no, Medi is about to break. Sad. Is he? Let me see. What's the score up there? What's the score up there? It's love 30 for Medvedev. It's love 40 for Medvedev. Okay, love 40 for Medvedev. I'll be right back for this Alcaraz Rune call. Very big moment here. Can Eubanks save all 3? Big serve into the net. Either way, this is an amazing run from Eubanks, by the way, even if it does finish here. Even if it does finish here. And it is a double fault. It's a double fault for Eubanks. It's 1-0 for Medvedev. Eubanks throws his racket a little bit to himself. Yeah, sad for Eubanks. Eubanks knows he has nothing to lose. That's why Eubanks is so scary in this event. He has literally nothing to lose. And you don't want to go against somebody who has nothing to lose and everything to win. But yeah. Medvedev broke over there. We're watching Alcaraz versus Rune. Alcaraz versus Rune. Alcaraz versus Rune. Alcaraz serving at 15 love on the outside. Alcaraz serving at 15 love on the outside. Serve down the line. That's a good shot. 30 love. Both guys have been going a lot out wide. It's good when you can switch it up and hit it down the line. It's 30 love here for Carlitos. 30 love for Carlitos. Backhand block return to the forehand of Carlos. Too good. Carlos too strong the forehand. His forehand is looking so strong this event. Yeah, Lakshmi. Lakshmi's fave is Medvedev. We got a Eubanks chat, but Lakshmi's all Medvedev. I already know it, Lakshmi. Davai Daniel. Let's go, Daniel. That's it. Let's go, Daniel. Okay. I'm a Medvedev fan too. I'm not as I used to be the highest tier Medvedev fan. He was my favorite player on tour. Then Sinner came along. By the way, Alcaraz serve hits the line judge, but listen, I still love Medvedev. I think Medvedev is awesome. Danielle is the best. I love his personality. So down to earth. I love his game too. I really like watching him play. I think he's one of the most talented players. I have a hot take with Medvedev, and I sound like an insane person whenever I say that. But for Medvedev to play the way that he does, I think Medvedev is one of the most talented players that's picked up a racket. I know I sound crazy when I say that, but Medvedev hits shots from 50 feet outside the court that just shouldn't be possible. He hit an around the net shot off of a return of serve against Dan Evans at the US Open. I said that a year ago, and I still stand by it. I think Medvedev's talent levels are the most underrated thing ever. Medvedev's skill level is ridiculously off the charts. To be able to hit the effective shots he hits from crazy positions, his shot making is hella underrated. That smash off a smash against Zverev in Miami, the way he plays, his racket skills, he's so talented. He's so talented. Having issues with the chat. Matt, I had issues with the chat. Okay, I don't know why that is. I'll see if I can get that sorted, but yeah. Agreed. One of the most talented and the most intelligent. If he was more calm, he would have had better results. I agree. That's a good analysis on Daniil. So I'm doing a lot of these comments in between games. I'll try to do them more on the changeover. Here's Rune serving 3-all. I just like talking to y'all too much. Y'all are so fun to talk to. We're having a good time. We're having a party, guys. Y'all are so fun to talk to. It's 40 love. It's 40 love. Medvedev can play passing shots from the craziest position. So it's it's ridiculous how talented the guy is. I won't be surprised if he ends up with with a highlight reel with some the best shots ever. I really think so. Medvedev is crazy talent. I already think his around the net shot off of Evans. He almost hit this crazy behind the back shot versus Carreno, but he's so talented, man. He's so talented. He's not as flashy as Alcaraz, but he's just so talented. Anyway, it's 4-3 for Rune. Rune holding solid. He'll be happy that he's serving first. But yeah, he's so intelligent. He was almost a scientist or something. He went to science school or something. He was you know what? I'll play. He's a chess player. He's I'll play tennis. I'll play tennis. I'll make chess moves. I'll stand 50 feet behind the baseline. It's who invited this chess player on the tennis court? Medvedev's awesome too. Medvedev's the best, man. Medvedev is the best. But yeah, I just got this personal thing with Eubanks that I've seen him in person even almost a decade ago. So But let's see what happens. Already 2-0 in fifth set. Yeah, you know it, Matt. You know it. So I'm not getting a good gauge on the match, to be honest. I'm trying to see the stats to see what's up, but they're both switching it up so much. That's why. They're both switching it up so much. Both guys have so much variety, so many options. Both guys are really trying to make it where the other guy can't anticipate their next move. Both guys are playing pretty well. Not their best, but playing pretty well. Both guys are serving well. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about that, but it's 21 winners, 12 unforced for Alcaraz, 18 winners, 14 unforced. So it's high level match. It is a high level match, and both guys are mixing it up a lot. They're mixing it up so much. Like, this is the most I've seen two players mix it up all event. They're but really mixing it up side to side so much. It's 15 love. It's 15 love. 15 love in this one. $15 love in this one. Serve to the forehand of Rune. Forehand from Carlos comes back even bigger. It's a backhand in the net from Rune. And that's something I'd say about this match. I mean, Rune has a complete game. Both these guys have complete games, but I would say Alcaraz should feel like he's more confident on the forehand to forehand. He hits huge forehand winners this year, especially on the grass courts. He's been hitting absolutely massive. He hit 104 miles per hour forehand, I think, against Berrettini. Big serve down the line. Rune with a block return. Drop shot from Alcaraz. Rune runs. He gets under it, so redrop, but it's too good past Alcaraz. It's 4-4, and this is going to get fun as we get to the late stages, and you already know it. You already know it. But backhand to backhand, I feel like Rune should have it. I feel like Rune can do well off the backhand. In that Paris match, I watched the first set of that Paris match. I watched some of the second set as well, but I watched the full first set that they played. Rune was really killing Alcaraz with the backhand to backhand. Rune's backhand looked fantastic over there, and Rune's backhand has looked good so far. So I feel like that's one thing to watch. But there's going to be a lot of dynamic versatility. If you want to beat Alcaraz, you'll have to do a creative. But what a shot from Alcaraz off a pickup. Rally of the match, but it's in the net. Rune with a huge backhand return. Alcaraz does a Federer thing and just picks it up off the fly down the line. But 40-30. Lakshmi double break for Mehdi. Chris is collapsing. There's no way back for Chris now. But listen. Shout out Chris, man, because he got to the quarterfinals. He's on a 10-match grass winning streak. He should never be here. 27 years old. He'll be 31 in the world come Wimbledon rankings. It's going to be, he's pretty much out of it now, but listen, shout out Chris, man, because he should not be here. He was commentating for tennis. He shouldn't be here. He was commentating for Tennis Channel. He shouldn't be here. Shout out Chris. He had a hell of a run. And if it is a double break, I'm going to check the score now. It's 3-0, Medvedev serving, but shout out Eubanks, man. Shout out Big Banks, because a run to the Wimbledon quarterfinals, taking out Tsitsipas from 2 sets to 1 down. He had a great time. I hope Eubanks can keep it up. He should be a tough player, a solid player. I hope he moves up a tier in the rankings now. He could even keep moving up. Medvedev with the first grass court semifinal, you can't hate on it, but what a run from Eubanks, man. Forehand into the top of the net. It is 15 love. Massive respect for Chris, who was playing insane throughout the whole tournament. Congratulations, Mr. Banks. That's it. Congratulations, Eubanks, man. That's all I can say. So proud of Chris. Proud of Chris. He did well. Hey, guys, Vamos. Hey, what's up, KC? We got it. Oh, well, Eubanks with 70 winners. He got 70 winners on the way, though. You can't say he didn't give his all. You can't say he didn't give it all. I think it is over. Great run. The Atlanta Open is going to sell a lot of tickets outside. I hope I see Eubanks. I hope Eubanks is in. I think I'm going there on quarterfinals day. I hope he's there for the quarterfinals. Forehand out wide to the Alcaraz backhand lob from Alcaraz to the forehand smash of Rune, right back to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Rune comes in. Rune with the backhand volley. That's a great backhand volley. Rune fist bumps. He asked for love from the crowd, and why shouldn't he? It's 15-all. That couldn't have gotten away from Rune. That was a strong backhand volley. He stood there firm. All eyes on this match now. All eyes on this match now. It's a long way back for Eubanks, but over here it's tight as tight can be. And it's tight as tight can be. 4 games all, 15-all. I told you on the last one we're getting a hype live stream, and you better believe me when I say it. Let's do it. 15-all, 4-all. For much of that first set, I felt like Rune was the better player. Let's see if he can pick it up here. That first serve was well long, though. Second serve. That first serve was well long. Alcaraz will want to try to maintain his lead. Let's see what happens next. 15-all. Alcaraz still in the service game, though. But it's a double fall from Rune. It's a double fall from Rune. I don't know if that was nerves. I don't know what it is, but it's 15-30. It is 15-30. Alcaraz goes up 2-0. It's not impossible Rune comes back. It isn't, but it's highly unlikely against Alcaraz. Alcaraz is one of these guys. It's hard to win 3 straight sets against Carlos. It's 30-all. 30-all. That hasn't happened so far in his career. I was trying to think the other day, has Alcaraz come back from 2-0 down? Has Alcaraz come back from 2-0 down in his career so far? If you know in chat, let me know. I don't think he has, right? I think he's yet to come back from 2-0 down in his career. He's not going to have to here, but I'm just curious. I don't think he has yet. He almost did it against Berrettini in the Australian Open last year. Serve. I think the previous matches are catching up with Rune. He needed that first set way more than Carlos. Way more. I agree, Matthew. I agree. I think he needed it way more. And I do question, I said it earlier, I question Rune's tech. Alcaraz does the same thing. This is becoming a constant return for Alcaraz. He does a switch up between a forehand and a backhand, just hitting straight ahead of him. Smashing the net from Rune. Remember that smash because it's 30-40 and a break point. It's 30-40 and a break point. I don't think he has, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Lakshmi. I'm with you. I'm with you, Lakshmi. Okay, 30-40. All eyes on this point. If Rune wins this point, I still have faith in Rune that he can come back in this. So if you want to see an epic, you want Rune to win this point. Let's see what Rune's got. The Danish taking on the Spaniard. 5 days born apart, like Murray and Djokovic. 5 days born apart. Or is it 6 days? 6 days born apart. Rune to serve, 30-40. Wimbledon quarterfinals. Alcaraz trying to break. He's a setup. That serve is wide. Sun goes away on the court, by the way. Kind of making it seem more tense, a little bit darker, a little bit dimmer. Backhand from Alcaraz is a winner cross court. Alcaraz does Alcaraz things, even on the grass courts, and he's up 7-6, 5-4. He's looking to try to put this away. Alcaraz is talking to the umpire about something. Let's see what happens. What are they talking about? I didn't catch it. What were they talking about? Something that's going on. But Alcaraz gets the break. Let's see if he can serve this out. Rune is a fighter, and he will fight. I'm hyped for this rivalry. That's it, Sean. I'm hyped for the Alcaraz Rune rivalry. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be great. Vamos, that's it, Sean. If only this was the finals instead. Can you imagine? We can only hope for Sinner versus Carlos in the final. By the way, I was asked in chat earlier. I totally forgot to answer. It was earlier, but somebody asked me what I think of Sinner's chances against Djokovic. If you watch my Sinner contender profile, if you go to videos, not on the live, but if you go to videos on the channel, I did the Yannick Sinner contender profile. I picked Yannick Sinner to the semis. I picked Yannick Sinner to the semifinals. And I said that he would lose to Djokovic in straight sets. I'm the biggest Yannick fan. That was my prediction. There's already an under 22-year-old guy in the semis. I think Djokovic just picks it up in the late stages. Sinner hasn't had a huge guy. He only won in 4 sets against Populin. Sinner's done amazing. You can only play with the draw you get. Those players beat the players on the way that Sinner could have played. So, but anyway, I think I would at this point I'll take Djokovic in 4 sets. Djokovic is playing a lot of 4-setters, but in my Sinner contender profile, I said Djokovic in tight straight sets. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping I'm wrong though. I hope Sinner has a better chance than I have. I do think he has a shot. I don't think he doesn't have a shot. He went 2 sets to live up. He's a better player than he was this time last year. Djokovic has been very clutch against Perkac and against I'm going on a blank. Who did he just play? And against Rublev, but he hasn't brought his best tennis. So I don't think it's impossible. I like the matchup of Sinner versus Djokovic. Okay. He's a big hitter. The last guy Djokovic lost to was a big hitter, Thomas Berdych. So I'm just making the lawyer's case for Yannick Sinner. But no, I have Djokovic winning that one. I hope I'm wrong though. 30 love. 30 love for Carlos here. Carlos trying to get 2 sets love lead and book his spot next to Yannick Sinner in the semifinals, next to Novak Djokovic. And next to potentially Daniil Medvedev. We'll see if he can take out Christopher Eubanks. What a shot from Carlos. He's so creative. Volley from the back of the court. Carlos serves and volleys, but he doesn't go all the way to net. He stays halfway in no man's land between the service line and the service boxes. And he hits the slice volley for a perfect drop volley. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. It's 3 set points for Carlos. 3 set points for Carlos to put the set away. Carlos to serve for a 2-set-to-love lead. This would be huge for Carlos. I don't know if Holger has the legs to get this in 5 sets. He played a long match against Dimitrov, and he played a longer match against who did he play before that? Whoever he played before that, you know? I'm going on a blank. It's all good. Backhand in the net, though, off the slice drop shot. Carlos had trouble putting away set points against Berrettini. He had trouble putting away break points against Berrettini. I gotta look that up real quick. Who did Rune play before? I'm going on a little bit of a blank. He played 5-setter. He saved 2 match points. I'm going on a blank. He saved 2 match points. Was it against Fokina? I think it was against Fokina. That was the long match against Fokina. It must have been against Fokina. He saved 2 match points, 10-8 in the 5th-set breaker. That's it. Big serve is long. Second serve coming here for Carlos. Rune is just sticking around, but it's Carlos with 100% of the momentum. All the momentum with the Spaniard. First serve into the forehand return of Holger. Nothing on it, and 7-6, 6-4 for Carlos. Carlos 2 sets to love up. If Holger can come back in this one, that'll be a match that people will be talking about for a long time in this young rivalry. But it's Carlos with a 2-set-to-love lead. And you just have to think with Holger's concerns about stamina, with Holger never having reached a major semifinal before against the world number 1, it's Carlos's match to lose. It looks like it's going to be Carlos against Medvedev. So let's see what happens. Medvedev up 4-0 and 15-30 on the Eubanks serve. Shout out Eubanks, but it looks like Medvedev's going to bagel him in that 5th set. Let's see what happens, though. Some of it, actually, I think, and he has lost momentum. I think Medvedev is showing he's the number 3 player in the world. And he's showing he can play on grass courts too, Max. UB looks tired. Yeah, it's no wonder. 2 5-setters in a row for Big Banks. And he's not used to this kind of situation. Shout out Eubanks, man. But shout out Medvedev as well. Getting a Wimbledon semifinal. Let's go, Medvedev. Grastvedev. Grastvedev. Medvedev on the grass. He did it on the clay. He had his best ever result winning Rome on the clay. Now he's doing it at Wimbledon. Shout out Medvedev, and we could get another round of Medvedev Carlos. This time on the grass courts. And it's hard to say who would have the advantage. That would be a super interesting match. That would be a super interesting match. I think Yannick can really trouble Djokovic. But it all depends on how Novak's playing, in my opinion. I agree. And even if Novak's not playing his best, he can always turn it up and he can always be super clutch. I know, Max, but bring on the next gen, go home, Novak. I'm rooting for the next gen. I like Novak. I would love to see a calendar year Grand Slam. I've been obsessed with the concept of a calendar year Grand Slam ever since I started watching tennis more than anything else. I'd love to see Novak do it, but I want to see new blood. And I want to see at Roland Garros too. I want to see new blood. We've seen what Novak can do. There's zero doubt about Novak now. Novak is the best, most would say, who's ever held a racket. And there's a long history to go back. So there's a lot of players to name, but Novak is looking very, very tough to beat as that contender for an all-time great. But listen, Novak's already proven what he can do. At this Wimbledon, there's literally nothing left for him to prove. I want new blood. But listen, Djokovic is the favorite, and it looks like he's going to get it. So let's just see what happens. It's looking like it's Novak, but I hope for new blood as well. This is an insane year for Medi. Sad for the early exit at AO. Yeah, ever since that quarter loss at Australian Open in the 3rd round in straight sets, he's gone on an absolute tear. We have new blood. Alcaraz has already won so much, but not at majors, Matthew. We need to get it at the majors. I mean, it's one thing for the Masters. Ever since 2017, 2018, we've seen new blood, but not Matthew. I want to see that majors. We've seen it at the U.S. Open the last few years, but here's a stat for you. Here's the stat of the all-time dominance we'll never see again. Here's a stat of something we'll never see again. We'll never see this again. Period. Point blank period. I don't care. We'll never see this again. Only 5 guys have won the first 3 majors of the year since 2005. Since Safin won his last major, only the Big Four and Wawrinka have won any major outside the U.S. Open. No player born after 1987 has won a major that's not in New York. It's a dominance that just gets predictable. It just gets predictable. If we want to sell tennis as this really fun to watch thing, some unpredictability on the men's game would be great. Sinner to do it would be awesome as well because he nearly got jokers last year and he's been playing great. People have been waiting for a big win for him. That would be by a mile the biggest win of his career. Even though he's beating world number 2, he beat world number 1 in Miami, but that would be by miles the biggest win of Sinner's career. Alcaraz in the final as well could beat Novak. Novak's been in a couple of tight finals every single time he's played Wimbledon since 2018. And basically in 2018, that semi against Nadal was the final. So I don't know. Anyway, I want new blood because this dominance, it is getting a little bit predictable. You would have to say. But listen, if Novak's going for calendar year Grand Slam, there's still a story at play. Alcaraz, Medvedev, Novak all play well at the U.S. Open. You give all of them a fair shot at the U.S. Open. Novak's only won the U.S. Open 3 times. They're about to start the third set, by the way. Alcaraz 7-6, 6-4. I'm excited for this new era, man. I'm excited for the new era. Rune, Sinner, Alcaraz. There's so many good players. We got those 3 guys, and then we got players like there's so many other players that I can name. Ojay Aliassime, Draper, Korda, Arthur Feast, Lahechka, and Shelton. Players like Medvedev, Tsitsipas, Hachanov, Casper Ruud. There's so many players. I could go on and on and on. I think this is going to be the era of a lot of different champions. I feel like Lorenzo Musetti, I forget about as well. Don't count out the magic of the Italian. Lorenzo Musetti. There's a lot of guys, so I'm excited for this new era. I think we're going to see a lot of different champions. Alcaraz and Sinner, maybe Rune as well, heading the new era. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Steffi is the reason why we have a golden calendar year Grand Slam. That's it. That's it. I think Andre, or no, yes, she did win a golden slam, and her husband's my all-time favorite player. I love Andre as well. Andre and Pete are awesome. I love their matches. No, I couldn't watch any of them. I love rewatching some of their matches. The famous Wimbledon U.S. Open quarterfinal really was better. 15 love for Rune here. 15 love for Rune. I am a student of the game. I like looking at the history because listen, if you go look back on history on Sampras Axley, people are not going to look back on this. You always got to remember history. Because listen, we have crazy stats back in the day. Listen, you think people will remember this if we don't remember history? Anthony Wilding, people don't have it barely even heard of now, won 91% of his matches. He only won lost 57 matches in his career. Nobody's even heard of him now. He's considered the first tennis superstar. Look up Anthony Wilding. He won 91% of his matches, by far the biggest win percentage of tennis history. Bill Tilden reached 51 clay court finals in a row. Pancho Gonzalez won 15 majors, counting in pro majors. There's so many guys back in the day with crazy stats. Rod Laver, when he could play, won 2 whole calendar year Grand Slams. Ken Rosewall won 23 majors, counting professional majors. I mean, we got to remember history so that nobody forgets this. And that's all I got. That's all I got to say. We got to keep it with history. Gotta keep with history. Back to this though. 2 young guys playing, 1-0 for Rune. We've seen a lot of great eras over the years, and we're seeing the start of a new one here, and it's awesome. If you've seen Alcaraz Sinner U.S. Open last year, you know the next era is going to be amazing. And Rune has showed up too. Rune has shown up too. Watching the ads in full stream, my man. No, I appreciate it, David. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. We got David in the chat. David, by the way, I just wanted to say I was watching your streams even before I joined the channel. I was a big fan of your streams, so shout out to you. I hope we can do something together as well. It'd be awesome. It would be awesome. Yeah. I see Ashley. Yeah, David in the chat. So yeah, I like your streams as well, David. I appreciate what you do too. Awesome. We got a good community over here. It is 1-0 for Rune, 0 love for Alcaraz. Big serve down the line is 15 love. It is 15 love. Actually have to throw Maxim O'Connor's in there. Absolutely, yeah. Jordan Borg, the stats he put up, Andre and Pete are the legends of American tennis, in my opinion. Absolutely, they're the icons. They're the icons. 15 love for Carlos. 15 love for Carlos. Serve hits the net. A second serve coming here. Thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget to like the video as well. Let's get a like up. Don't forget to sub as well to the channel. Quality Shot Tennis. We're trying to get to 6,000 by the end of Wimbledon. We're trying to get to 6K. Backhand right on the baseline from Rune, but it's pulled out. I'm not sure if we get a replay if it is in, because Alcaraz did the backhand out. Let's see what happens. I think it's long. Rune's challenging. And it is long. It is long anyway. It is long anyway. Eubanks double faulting it up on court one. That's it. Yeah, Eubanks double faulting a lot, which is sad to see. But it's advantage for him in this game to at least get to 5-2. At least get to 5-2 and make them change sides one more time. Rune completely didn't guess right on that serve. Goes for the forehand, then has to switch real quick to hit the backhand. Yeah. Hello, Tennis. Yeah, we got David in the chat. So many icons throughout the years. We're hoping that these guys become icons too. Alcaraz is already kind of like a young, small icon, young legend. Alcaraz is a young legend. First serve into the net. A second serve coming. Second serve coming here. Backhand down the line. Alcaraz there with the volley. Rune runs. They can't get there. It's 1-1. 1-1 in this first start. Rune is still fighting. He ran like hell to get that ball, but he's still fighting despite being down 2 sets low. Listen, stranger things have happened. We can't act like this would be the strangest thing ever. Stranger things have happened in this, but it would be mighty tough for Rune to come back. What's that? Mighty tough. What's that between Alki and Medi? 2-0 for Medvedev. 2-0 for Medvedev. Alcaraz. Sorry, what am I saying? Sorry, that's not correct. Sorry, that is my bad. 1-1. 1-1. Medvedev beat him in straight sets at Wimbledon in 2021. And Alcaraz beat him in straight sets at Indian Wells. That was a very underwhelming final. We hope that the next time they play will be on a faster court and then that Medvedev will have a better shot. Listen, we want a faster court. It could be the grass courts. It could be the grass courts to level it up. By the way, Medvedev with a match point over Eubanks. And Medvedev gets the win 6-1. 6-1 for Medvedev. Medvedev to his first Wimbledon semifinal. Nice handshake. So good to see Christopher Eubanks on the biggest stage in the world. And shout out to Eubanks, man. Shout out to Eubanks for the Wimbledon quarterfinal. Medvedev apologizing about the ball boy incident, I believe. And it is 6-1 for Medvedev. Medvedev makes the semis, and the winner of Alcaraz and Rune plays Medvedev in the semis. Speaking of that, Alcaraz Medvedev, it could be Alcaraz Medvedev in that semifinal. Yeah, they're showing that over here. Forehand down the line from Alcaraz. It's going to be too much for the backhand of Rune. 15-30. 15-30 here. Novak is more than efficient, but sadly, people can't see a guy forehand and backhand down the line. Incredible athleticism, so much more. Absolutely. It's just absolutely phenomenal shot. I mean, his athleticism is a big staple for his game, and that his return of serve is incredible. Even off fast serves. I mean, his athleticism is incredible. Novak is ridiculous. Too good from Rune. Rune shouts as Alcaraz tries to get. He shouts after winning that point against Alcaraz. So proud of Chris. Congratulations on your first Wimbledon quarterfinal. Hope it's one of many. Yep. Absolutely. Hey, David. Hope you had a good trip to Scotland. I hope so too, David. Still doing great. Thanks, Good to hear. Yeah, David's out there in Scotland. For right now, congrats, Medi. Well done, Eubanks. Yeah, congrats, Medi, as well, too, Lexi. Congrats, Eubanks, for getting this far, but it's Medi in the Wimbledon semifinals. Listen, Medvedev could have had a great shot. I've said it before. Medvedev nearly got to the semifinals of Wimbledon before. He nearly got to the semifinals of Wimbledon before. He was up 3-2 in the fourth set on Hurkacz before a rain delay in the fourth round, and then he got better in the quarterfinals. Daniel Medvedev would have had a great shot, in my opinion, against Federer. Hurkacz beat Federer in straight sets. Federer was injured for a decent chunk of that match, at least the third set. So Medvedev could have already been in the semifinals, and in some weird twist of fate, in an alternate reality where there wasn't that delay, where they stopped play for the day. Listen, Medvedev could have been the last guy that Federer ever played, which in my mind would have been kind of poetic in some ways. Medvedev is a hell of a shot maker too, but um, anyway. Anyway, it was her catch, and anyway, it's all hypotheticals. Anyway, it is Medvedev who finally gets to his first grass semifinal. He's very good on the grass courts. He won a grass court title in Mallorca, I think like 4 years ago. So yeah, my real name is Matthew. Haha, too many Matts in chat. Yeah, so many Matts in chat. I love to see it though. I love to see it. This is a Matt friendly zone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get all the Matts in. Let's get all the Matts in. Let's get all the Matts in. Would have been nice if the fifth set was a tiebreaker of the Eubanks Medi match. I'm happy it wasn't. I would have been stressed out of my mind for Eubanks because I would have wanted my boy Banks to win. I would have wanted Eubanks to win so badly. I would have wanted Christopher to win so bad, but I know Ashley. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, yeah. Matt's reign supreme in the chat. Okay, 1-2 here for Carlos to serve. 15 love. So far, it's 2 sets to love. We wanted an epic. It's looking like Carlos is wanting to take this in straight sets. Not if Rune has anything to say about it, though. Alcaraz to serve at 1-2. Serve out wide is an ace. Perfect serve. Absolutely perfect from Carlos. Carlos has really improved the serve this year. Guys, I have a question in chat, and this is a fun one. And this is going to absolutely divide the chat. And that's... let's do it. This has been a fun chat this stream. I feel like I can ask the big question. I'm gonna ask the big question after this point. Huge forehand inside out from Carlos. That's a great shot. 30 love. Okay, guys, if you're watching in chat, I'm gonna ask the big one. I'm gonna ask the big question. It's impossible to predict now. Alcaraz is so young. 1 major in the bag. How many majors is Alcaraz ending up with at the end of his career? One question. It's a simple question, and it's an impossible, far from simple answer. But I want to hear questions. I want to hear answers in the chat. I want to hear your hot takes. How many majors is Alcaraz winning in his career? It's a backhand long, by the way, from Rune. Let me hear it in the chat. And I'll give you my prediction as well. I'll give you my thing. If you're watching, how many majors is Alcaraz ending up with? I want to hear it in the chat. Answer away. Answer away. It's 40 love for Carlos. 40 love for Carlos to get to 2-all. Alcaraz has been serving well all tournament. He's been serving well. Alcaraz has really been serving. That's another ace, by the way. And he's up and he's been serving well, has Carlitos, since his first round match in Queens against Rinderknecht, where he could barely make a first serve. But yeah, let me know your answers in chat. Let me know your answers in chat. I don't know if we can maybe save this to watch later, see what all of you guys answer, take some screenshots, but y'all remember. I think I asked earlier the head-to-head between Medi and Alki. I'm not sure if I heard your reply. 1-1. 1-1, Lexi. 1-1. Yeah, I answered just a little bit ago. Sorry, I got to that a little bit late, but they're 1-1, Lexi. They're 1-1. But their first match really wasn't much of anything to go by, but they have played at Wimbledon. By the way, backhand down the line from Rune is just long. That would have been a great shot from Rune, but also Rune is hobbled over. Listen, Rune's stamina is still a problem at the majors. There's no ins or outs about it. Rune's a hell of a player. He can have some great wins at majors, but his stamina is still a problem. It's still a problem at the majors. Hopefully he figures that out a little bit. But Lexi, please pay attention to me, Anthony. Please, haha, I'm so needy today. Okay, I got you, Lexi. I got you. Yeah, Lexi. So it's they played once at Wimbledon. It was 2021. It was a couple of years ago, and it was Medvedev beat him in straight sets. This wasn't Alcaraz, who just turned 18. This wasn't Alcaraz, who was in his first grass event he's ever played. So let's see what happens if they do face each other, which it is looking like it's going to be huge. Alcaraz is just hitting that forehand absolutely massive. It's love 30. Yeah, let me know your guys' reaction in chat. Let me know your guys' reaction in chat. Time violation, Rune. That's it. Time violation as he served. He didn't react to it, but it was a time violation called for him just now. Love 30. Big serve down the line. Wonder if Rune is starting to cramp. He's looking a little bit tired. He's looking a little bit wary. He could be. Nothing big so far that's visible. Forehand. into the forehand drop shot of Rune. Alcaraz can't get there, and it is 15-30. And it is 15-30. The other time they played, I'm sure you probably know, Lexi. I know you're a big tennis fan. But it was in the Indian Wells final. It was 6-3, 6-2 for Alcaraz over Medi. So they're 1-1. We were hoping Medvedev would play on a faster court against Alcaraz. We're getting it on the grass courts. Who knows what that's going to look like? We saw it 2 years ago, but they're in a completely different place now. Fake shot from Alcaraz behind that, but Rune can't outclass Alcaraz in the cat and mouse. And it's 15-40. Let's see these answers. I asked you guys how many majors Alcaraz is gonna end off his career with. 18, says Sean. Okay, big. That is big. 18 is big. 12 for Matt. Okay, that's close to mine. That's close to mine, I will say. 15 for Max. 22, says Sophia, ties up his idol, his influence Nadal. 14, says Marina. Okay, cool. Nice. Come on, Carlitos. That's it, Iowa. 14. Okay. So my prediction. My prediction is Carlitos is going to end up with 13 majors. I'm going to say Carlos is going to end up with 13 majors. And that's a lot, by the way. That's the what would it be? 5th most majors all time. That's 5th most all time. It's only behind Sampras and the big 3. I'm going to say 13. And that's a lot. That means he'll win 12 more whole majors. So there's a few reasons I'm holding back. He has one of the highest ceilings I've ever seen a player have. He really might have the highest ceiling I've seen a player have. It's really like the way Alcaraz plays at his peak is insane. There's still a few things I'm gauging with Alcaraz to see, but I'm going 13. I think Alcaraz gets 13. Let's see. Alki at the most 4. Really? Lexi, is that your real answer? 4 majors. I like it though. I like the gall to say that. Lexi needs attention because her and Steph just recently broke up. I'm here for the chat. I'm watching the chat. That is unfortunate about you and Sitsbus, Lexi. 3-2 for Alcaraz. It's not good for the channel, Lexi. It is love. What is it? Love 15 for Rune. I'm just joking around, Lexi. Just joking around. I play too much. A lot will depend on who else comes along after him. Absolutely. Arthur Feast is looking great. He could come up and be like just the guy. There's so many other great players around. I think this is going to be an era with so many good players. That's part of why I am a little bit hesitant on picking Alcaraz for so many majors, because I'm high on so many guys. And I'm not just high on so many guys going deep at majors. I'm high on guys winning majors. I think there's so many guys that can win majors. I really do. Let's wait for Novak to retire, and I'm sure all will win these slams. Okay, so you're choosing Novak to get to 30 plus. That's fair, Lexi. That's fair. I think Novak gets a few more. I'm not going as big as a lot of people. I'm not going that big, but listen, Novak's looking like he's not wanting to stop anytime soon. But listen, when you're 36 years old and you've been dominating consecutively for like 12 years with a very physical game style, some stuff's going to get to you. But Djokovic has the motivation, and he'll have the motivation as long as he plays. He could be 50 years old. He'll have the motivation at 30 plus Grand Slams to win more majors. I think he'll only get a few more, but let's see what happens. I could always be wrong. And I've kept saying that. So we've all kept saying that, and it's been wrong. So I don't dislike people saying he'll get 30 plus majors, because that's just, if we're going by history, Novak seems like he's in no place of wanting to stop. So let's see. Alcaraz is also not in his best spot of his career. But yeah, Lexi, I would wait for Novak. Yeah, let's see. There are two things I'm waiting for. Novak to see how he looks at 37, 38, because 36 is different than 38. And also, I'm waiting to see what how Alcaraz looks like when he's reached his peak, because this is not Alcaraz's peak. And that might be the scariest thing of all. That might be the scariest thing of all. This is not Alcaraz's peak, but it is 4-2 for Carlitos here. 4-2 for Carlitos. This is not the absolute epic we would have wanted, but it's still been fun. Hope you guys had a good time. I'll be here for more streams. Drop shots, a cat and mouse point. Forehand pass to Carlos. He makes it look so easy out there. He makes it look so easy out there. It just looks like he just swatted the forehand into the opposite corner. They're showing that amazing rivalry they had early on. Slice to the backhand pass of Rune. Rune does a flick. Shot past past Rune, and Rune can't get it. They've had a bunch of great points, a lot of great points, but Alcaraz has been the better player, and he's been the more clutch. Alcaraz has been the more clutch, and I do think the fitness of Rune has been a small factor. And it's on Rune. Rune needs to improve his stamina at the majors. Back and return deep. Back and half volley. Rune, though. Alcaraz there with the volley. Alcaraz runs. Does Rune miss it, though? Alcaraz hits a swinging volley. It's a challenge because it was close. It's a challenge because it was close. Alcaraz hands on hips. It did catch the line. It went so quickly. That's a bad call, though. It's a bad call. It was in. Rune had a few bad calls against Dimitrov. Rune was faced with a few bad calls against Dimitrov. That was another bad one, but Rune got it in. 15 love. Carlos doesn't want to let up the foot off the gas, by the way. This would be a miracle kind of comeback, but listen, he doesn't want to just be playing around now. Holger Rune sneaky, and he's known to just come back when you don't expect it. Carlos has never been to a Wimbledon semifinal. He doesn't want to just play around. He's in an amazing situation, 100% for him to win, but listen, Holger got a little bit tired. He was running all over the place. Big forehand pulled out to the deuce side. Let's do some play-by-play before we finish off here. Carlitos, 7 points away from the victory. Carlitos is 7 points away from the victory. 32 winners for Carlos, 24 errors for Rune, 12 errors for Carlos, 19 for Rune. 33 winners to 12 errors is an amazing stat for Carlos. Carlos has just done exactly what he needs to do, and he served well as well. It's a let on the first serve from Rune. Let's have some fun before we get on the way out. Rune needs to win this set so we can watch more tennis. Absolutely, absolutely, Matt. Don't forget to like the video, by the way. Let's get some of the likes up. Sub if you're enjoying it. Quality Shot Tennis. It's a great corner for tennis content. I'll be here for more streams too. Anthony on the commentary, Quality Shot Tennis. Anthony Hirsch on the commentary, Quality Shot Tennis. It's a forehand long from Carlos, 30-15 for Rune. 30-15 for Rune. See what happens. Carlos had an issue with 5 setters at the US Open, but is ahead of Rune in physical development. Yeah, but no, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about 2021. Last year was a physical feat at the US Open last year. Carlos was a physical feat. He played Carlos had the most match time in a Grand Slam in recorded history. In recorded history, like as if it's like a big as if it's like I don't know. Like COVID or something, like in recorded history, a big moment in history. But like in recorded tennis history, that's the most time spent on court for a player. And Rune, by the way, hits a forehand that goes wide. It's 30-all. This is getting dangerous for Rune. It's already dangerous. It's getting even more dangerous. But Alcaraz had played the most time spent on the court, so Alcaraz is already where he needs to be physically. At the French Open, if anything, is the biggest thing you'd say. He gave into nerves. He can give into nerves. He owns it himself, which is a good sign. It doesn't mean it's not there, though. That's something that Alcaraz will need to improve on, handling nerves and pressure. That is something he'll need to improve on. Handling the number 1 spot as well. I'm still gauging that. Defending titles. There's still a few things. Playing as the number 1 player, there's a few things. But yeah, depends on if he injures himself. Yeah, both these guys. Carlitos has struggled with some injury. So if Alcaraz breaks, this is over. Absolutely, Matt. You said it before me. Carlos breaks, this is over. But it's Rune with the game point, and Rune looks like he's going to hold at least. So disappointing from Rune. I was expecting a grand comeback in the third. Yeah, it sucks for you, Lexi, your favorite player. Sucks for you, Lexi. It's Rune who holds the 4-3. You get that, Lexi. You get that at least. Lexi, Rune at least hold for 4-3 for you. So Rune at least gave you that hold. Yeah, at least gave you that hold. Did Holger? Did Holger? The records on grass, by the way, going into this event, Carlos is 5-2 on grass. Sorry, 9-2 on grass. Going to Wimbledon, Rune is 3-4. Carlos, of course, won Queens. He's lost twice at Wimbledon. This is only his fourth event, so that's what those matches are. Still a great winning percentage on grass courts, technically, but it's hard to say just from that. But yeah, it's Rune played a great level against Dimitrov. He had 46 winners, 27 errors. He was really very clutch in his in his break points and his set points, saving set points. There's a lot that Rune did very well against Dimitrov, but hasn't translated, and it's because stamina is still an issue for Rune. Medvedev Eubanks was great for the first 4 sets. Okay, nice, Zerafine. You were over there. Good to have you, Zerafine. Yeah, that looked good. I watched some of that. I was watching a little bit of it, not a lot. I was obviously here for this one. I was here for this one, watching this one, but yeah, that looked great, and then Eubanks probably tanked just fell empty, and Medvedev ran away with it. It's looking like we're going to get Medvedev versus Carlos, a rematch of the final in Indian Wells. Medvedev wanted a faster court. He's going to get a grass court. He's going to get a grass court. Serve out wide is wide from Carlos. Let's see, though. I mean, I always say a tennis match isn't over till it's over. This looks over. Rune has done some crazy comebacks. Let's just see what happens. Forehand from Carlos, inside out, backhand slice to the forehand of Carlos. Backhand into the backhand of Carlos, down the line. Backhand from Carlos, cross court. He comes to net. And then net from Rune. This is over. No, I'm just joking. This is over. No. I just go on this long rant about why it's not over. No, I'm totally joking. This is not over yet, but it's Alcaraz with the huge lead. Let's see what Rune can do. It's Alcaraz with the lead, though. 2 sets and a break here. 15 love. 2 sets and a break. But yeah, that Eubanks Medi match, yeah, Lexi, I enjoyed that more. That match has been better than this one so far. Match has been better than this one. 15 love. 15 love here. Let's get some good points at least before we head out. Oh, what a backhand return from Rune. Rune fist bumps. He still believes. He's trying to get the ground up. I love that from Rune. I love when players are insane. I love it when players are insane. Don't clip that. I love it when players are insane and they come on even when they have zero chance. Because the tennis match isn't over till it's over. I love a player hyping that up. That made me like Rune a bit. I like it when a player still doesn't come on. Because you just never know. Get in the other player's head. Make them think, okay, I'm still in this. Backhand from Rune on the return way up high, but that's going to be an easy put away from Carter. Right back to the forehand of Rune. Rune was there, but he didn't have enough. It's 30-15. Listen, Rune can come on all he wants, but it's looking like it's Alcaraz. Let's see what happens. Hey, what's up? We got Dan in chat. Glad to have you again in the chat. Dan the man, my favorite. Nice to see you. Yeah, Dan. How's the weather over in England? It's looking less rainy now. It's looking less rainy now, which is great. Alcaraz, by the way, 21 of 28 on net points won, which is great. 21 for 28 on net points won. But this is a young next gen match. This is a next gen match. And yeah, he's this is the first time we've seen Sinner, Carlos, and Holger in the quarterfinals of a major. This will be the first time that we see 2 of the 3 in the semifinals of a major. This match decides who that is. Right now it's looking like that's Carlos all the way. Carlos versus Medvedev should be good too. Carlos Medvedev and Sinner Djokovic, both rematches of famous matches that are kind of infamous matches in some ways. But that's an exciting semifinal lineup, infamous for kind of different reasons. One being more one-sided than you'd expect, and the other one guy not putting away a big lead, but it's 5-3, and it was due to Novak. I'm thinking, too, that Sinner will beat Novak. Don't get me excited, Lexi. Don't get me excited. What is that end game quote from Hawkeye? Don't get my hopes up. Don't do this to me. Lexi, I thought we were friends. Lexi, don't do this to me. I hope so, Lexi. I really hope so. By the way, Lexi, I really appreciate you joining all the streams. You're always fun in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all in the stream. Don't get my hopes up. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I had my hopes up when Sinner was up 2 sets to love. I was already a Sinner. That's one of my favorite matches. I was already a Sinner fan then. Listen, I'm not getting my hopes up for nothing. I said Sinner would get to the semis. That's good enough. Just Can we all just like, let's just chill out, you know? Let's just chill out. I hope so. Backhand return over the head of Carlos. Carlos with the smash. Puts it away. We're at 15 all. Lexi, I hope so. I hope so. I don't see Novak as a big fave for the title. One big reason is that to beat Sinner and Carlos back to back at 36-year-old is very tough. I don't think he's a shoo-in. I don't think he's a shoo-in. He hasn't looked his best. He's looking a little bit, I don't know, not fully dialed in, like a little bit. I don't want to say it, but he's looking a little bit. I'll say it because I'm a Djokovic fan. I'll say it after this. Backhand in the net from Rune. I'm a Djokovic fan. I'm a big Djokovic fan. I've been liking him since 2011 US Open. He's looking a little bit cocky. Like, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I liked what he said in his post-match interview. He's like, it ain't happening on the other guys. But I actually like it. I like it. I think it's funny. Like, he's like, okay, I want y'all to step up. If y'all think y'all can beat me, beat me. I've won this 4 times. I actually like it, but he's looking like a little bit. He's looking a little bit cocky. He is, and he needs to dial in and not think that this is a shoo-in either. So let's see if Alcaraz or Sinner can stand up, can really raise their level. But it is Novak the overwhelming favorite, and Novak trying to get the slam record. He already has a slam record. He's trying to extend the slam record to 24 majors. It's 30 all here. And I do like Djokovic. I really like Djokovic, but he's looking a little bit like he already has the title in his hands and he doesn't yet. And I don't know if that speaks about an inner kind of mentality, like he's not chasing Rafa or Fed anymore. I don't know if it's a bad mentality to have, but it is his mentality. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Backhand into the backhand of Rune, who it's in the net. It's a match point for Carlitos. It is a match point for Carlitos. All right, a match point for Carlitos here. Let's see if he can put it away. It's 2 sets to love up and 40-30 for Carlos. Carlos has the match in his hands. Let's see if he can convert on the lead. Let's see what happens. Carlos ready on the return. Holger down the line. That's good for Rune. Rune saves the match point. Listen, these guys are 1-1 in their head-to-head. One of those includes the next gen finals. So Carlos, even if you include next gen, Carlos gets the lead in their head-to-head. He goes up 2-1, or he at least evens it out. Carlos wants this for the matchup as well, or else Holger goes up whatever. Holger goes up 2-1 or 2-0 if you don't include next gen. By the way, Rune clutch with a forehand cross court. I really like Rune's mentality. He has a great mentality. Good commentator, poor choice of fandom, Anthony. Serafine, it's all good. We can have different favorites. Favorites. That's all good. Federer is my favorite player of all time. And I really like, I really do mean that. So, I mean, we can have different favorites. I've always been a unicorn. I've always liked Djokovic. And especially as a player, he's always influenced how he's inspired me mentally to do better watching tennis. I like him because he seems genuine. I far from agree on everything he says, far from it. Like, I agree with like less than 50% of what he says, but I like him a lot because he seems genuine to me, and I like his game a lot. And I just like him. Like, he seems funny. I don't know. I've always liked Novak, but if you don't, it's all good. I've always loved watching him play. If you don't, it's all good. I really respect him as a player more than anything. But we can have different favorites. If you hate Novak, that's fine. If you hate whoever, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. 5-4 here for Alcaraz. Novak is all about wanting to send a message to his young, inexperienced rivals. He wants to use his aura as much as possible. I agree. That's true. He's speaking up a bit. He's speaking a bit above himself. I will probably be back Friday. Huge morning tomorrow. I have a job interview at a sporting goods store. I'll be watching the women's semis. On delay. Okay. Got you, Matt. Yeah. Come back. I'll be here for more. I'm hoping to be more here for the rest of Wimbledon, at least until Saturday. Impressive by Alcaraz. Very impressive match by Alcaraz. He served very well. Faison in the chat, by the way. He served very well. He's just played solid. A really great winners to errors ratio, like 30-12. I should be on Friday and Sunday. Okay, nice. Faison's gonna be in here as well. So let's see. Faison's back, which is cool too. I'll be doing some. Faison will be doing some, but QualityShot. We'll be here for the rest of Wimbledon. Backhand cross is wide. It is 15 love for Carlitos. 15 love for Carlitos. I missed an important message in the chat here. I want Sinner to win so you can commentate the next match wearing a Karakas. I'd love to commentate for the Sinner Novak match. I like both Sinner and Novak, but I'd love to do that one. That would be a blast for me, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Whatever that is, that should be a great match. So that should be a great match and a good stream. But yeah, Faison will be back. Yeah, we've missed you, Faison. We've missed you on the channel. I'm sure everybody here has too. Backhand to the backhand of Alcaraz is too good. To the opposite corner, 30 love. I'd love to do the Sinner Novak. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Lexi's also going to make Anthony a carrot cake as well. I'm going to do it on my own accord. I'd love to order in one of the Kuroto boys costumes. That'd be so funny. That would be so funny. That would be awesome. That'd be amazing. Serve down the line. Backhand into the net from Rune. Alcaraz didn't convert on his match point the last game, but he has 3 here. Has to go 2-1 on Rune in his head-to-head. Get the edge on his young rival. This is a young rivalry. This is the first completed match they've played where they play sets 1st to 6. That's actually counted to points. Alcaraz with the serve. Big serve into the net. Let's see if he can convert, though. He wasn't great at converting match points, set points, break points against Berrettini. He's been good so far in this match, though. Oh, he goes for a big second serve. It's in the net, 40-15. That's a little bit of a nervy play. Let's see if Carlos can serve this out. Let's see if Carlos can serve this out. But yeah, if Sinner wins Wimbledon, I'll try to get one of those carrot costumes if I can. That'd be so funny. If Sinner wins the event. 40-15. I'm not showing up to Atlanta Open that way, though. Not walking around the grounds like that. 40-15 here for Carlos. Big serve to the backhand of Rune. Great return off the backhand. Rune there with the forehand. Inside in. Forehand pass from Carlos is wide. 40-30. Rune saved 3 match points. He's got 1 more. Listen, Rune was come on and fist bumping. This is looking like it's only going to go one way, though. 1 more match point for Carlos to put this away. 1 more match point for Carlos to put this away. Serafin Carlitos. That's it. Let's go, Carlos. Carlos to put this away. It's been a very good, very impressive match from Carlos. Very impressive match from Carlos. Great Rune return off an 128 miles per hour serve there. Rune still in this. Rune does not give up easy. 40-30 for Carlos on his serve over his young rival. In the net. Second serve coming here. To book a spot alongside Yannick Sinner in the semis. Two guys under 22 in the semis, potentially. Rune with the forehand long. Alcaraz with the huge bombos to his box. Another one. And it's going to be a handshake. Curious by this handshake. These 2 guys have known each other a long time. It's a nice handshake. They hug it out. They're very nice between each other. Very nice. Carlos is always very sporting. Very nice. You just won the match. Why shouldn't he be? Carlos with a huge bombos. He roars it up. Carlos gets the win. He's in the semifinals of Wimbledon for the first time in his career. And guess what else? He's reached the semis of French Open. He's reached the semis of US Open. He's reached the semis of Wimbledon on the grass courts. People were saying, is Alcaraz going to figure it out on grass? Yes. He has the game for grass. He served better this year. Says Fokina came back from 8-5 down in that match, then pulled out a tight one versus that one. Don't forget to like the video. Let's get the likes up. This wasn't the epic contest we would have wanted. 2 quarterfinals in a row. Rune bows out in a pretty comfortable straight set match in the quarterfinals against Casper Ruud, then against Carlos Alcaraz. But listen, this was a great match by Carlos, and we're seeing Alcaraz versus Medvedev on the grass courts. I've been Anthony Hirsch commentating. Anthony Hirsch. Don't forget to like and sub. Quality Shot Tennis. Come back for more. The chat was super fun. We had so many people in chat. We had a lot of Matthews in chat. Anthony would be an awesome honorary Kurota boy. Hope so. Hope so. It was fun, guys. See you Saturday, Matt. Hope for you join in for another stream for sure. Zero Carlitos, it is. This is a lot better way to talk about tennis. Yeah, for sure, Matt. Yeah. Twitter can be tough. Join in, because I'm a huge tennis fan, and I'm sure I know that you are as well. Thank you guys for joining in. Alcaraz got a comfortable straight sets win and goes up 2-1 on Holger Rune. The next era has begun, or the next era is coming. Djokovic is still around, and Djokovic says it ain't happening. But it's Sinner and Alcaraz in the semifinals of Wimbledon. We got the semifinals set. Medvedev versus Alcaraz, Sinner versus Djokovic. You can think of both of those matches as big rematches, famous matches. So that's what it is. Have a good day, Dan. Take care of my friend. Vamos, Carlitos. So proud of him. Yeah. See you later, Dan. See you, Ashley. See you, Max. Yeah, thanks, Serafine. You're fun. Always fun to have in the chat. Max, thanks. Lexi, thank you. You're always fun. See you soon, fans. That's it. See you soon, Lexi. You're a legend. Matt, see you later. Yep. See you, Ashley. See y'all. Thank y'all. It was fun. This was not the epic we would have wanted, but look, we got Jabeur versus Rybakina earlier. That was like amazing. Jabeur pulling it out and Alcaraz comfortably through, and that makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit of spice. 3 straight sets over Holger Rune. Alcaraz hitting so many winners, playing very solid and serving very well. We'll see what he has against Medvedev. Medvedev said, Alcaraz, you beat me you beat me in Indian Wells. I want you on a faster court. We see it on grass courts. Let's all root for Novak. I think most people are rooting for new blood, Lexi. I'm fine either way. I like Novak. But let's see. It's new blood in this. It's Medvedev, Sinner, and Alcaraz. The 3 guys that reached the semifinals of Indian Wells and Miami. They've been some of the best players all year. Sinner is now 5th in the race, and all the other guys are above him. The top 4 guys in the race might be the 4 guys in the semifinals. I guess who's the other guy? I'm going on a blank. Rune? Is Rune up there? But anyway, Sinner, Alcaraz, and Medvedev up against Djokovic. It's not a random guy like Eubanks. It's not a random guy like Struff. It's not a guy like I don't know. It's the top guys who will have to take out Djokovic. Sinner, Alcaraz, Medvedev. Let's see what they've got. Djokovic is the overwhelming favorite. But just for now, Alcaraz will enjoy his victory. 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. I'm super pumped for the semis. Faison will be back for that too. He's going to be back on Friday. He'll be doing Sunday as well. Thank you guys for watching. It was Anthony here on the commentary. If you want to check out my stuff, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'll be posting more on there. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch at Commentary Booth on Twitter. But listen, this was fun, guys. It was fun. I'll see y'all at the next one. We always have a good time. 7-6, 6-4, 6-4 for Carlos. Great serving. The Spaniard gets it done. The chat was super fun today. Not as tight as we would have wanted, but it's fun. Medvedev versus Carlos and Sinner versus Djokovic. Y'all better be there. And we'll have the end of Wimbledon for you. 3 more matches to play on the men's singles at Wimbledon. 3 more on the women's side as well. See you guys at the next one. Let's see what Carlos has. He says, let's bring me Novak in the final. I can play on grass courts. And he can play on the grass courts. Let's see what happens at the end of this event. Carlos with a victory over Rune.